right. Everybody, welcome. Sinvec,
Welcome.
Superior Kimchi, and Anthixius, welcome. Guys, we got Andy here, my co-host.
Yeah.
All right. We have 6 packages today, so if anyone wants to redeem them, I see Wasabi, welcome.
Jesus.
I'll open one of them, as Wasabi has redeemed it. What order should I go in? Alright, I don't know if Ada's there. Oh, Wasabi and Anthixius are redeeming more. Okay. So, I don't know what order to go in, but I'll go in this order. Ada had a couple of packages sent. I have no idea what they are.
Oh.
Let's find out.
Will Ada be okay with you opening them on stream? What if it's
Sensitive?
sensitive, like I don't know.
Oh. Ada sent me some kind of like fragrance spray.
Dang, she's just telling you that you smell bad, huh?
I know, right? Missed your mood. Oh. Zoom in a little closer. Missed your mood. Ready, set, focus, peppermint, and rosemary. Boost your spirits. It's like there's no full explanation other than I guess it's just like something you just spray.
I like that.
Let's see. Andy has a point. She was trying to help you with your waves of BO. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I remember that.
Should I try it right now?
You're saying that, like, do you guys ever just like have BO or something like that on your stream?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't happen often, but like it's happened a couple times. Like, okay, I looked up my stats, right? Apparently
BO
since
stats?
no, my stream stats. Apparently
Keep
since
track
I
of
started
how many times you smell your BO.
No. Okay, let me explain.
I'm trying.
So since I started streaming in April of 2019, I've apparently streamed 336 unique days. I can recall 2 separate instances where I'm literally just sitting there, then all of a sudden I have BO.
Whoa.
I have no great explanation for it. I'm just sitting there and then it just happens. All right, should I just spray it? See what it's like? Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Up was probably not the right direction. That's kind of nice. It's mostly mint, but it's not very strong. So stream every day for a year. It's not super strong. Maybe it's like the rosemary is calming the peppermint. That's nice. Thank you, Ada. All right, so that was the first package. Okay. Oh shit, I moved it. Whew.
When you do you like collect packages and you're like, okay, now I gotta stream, or when you have no packages, are you just like, nah, I shouldn't stream?
You know, it's more the first. It's like, yeah, like I can't open the packages till I stream.
Damn, does that make it hard for you to, like, I don't know, is it tough? Like, you're just like, oh man,
No, I've gotten used to it.
Gotta wait.
Yeah.
Got used to it.
There are some days where I stream and like I don't have packages. Like that happens occasionally.
Oh,
What's up?
this is super random, but I wanted to look at my Tumblr from like however long ago,
Okay.
and then there's this post that I saved that I think your community would highly appreciate.
Oh yeah, share it, dude.
I just sent it to the Discord, and then
Yeah. Also, I just turned off my Discord sound. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's cool.
Crazy.
Whoa, that's crazy. All right, let me make sure I can share this. Give me 1 second. Also, Ada's on mobile, says there's probably delay. There's a setting. If anyone's on mobile, there should be a setting to like somewhere. You just have to poke around and find like where it's like low latency or like low delay or something. Ada says I can spray it on myself. Oh, it's not just like an air freshener, it's like a body freshener. Should I use it?
She's tricking you.
I know, huh? So it's like
a
cologne,
prank.
right? You just like you spray it somewhere and then you walk into it. Okay. All right, so let's go in order here. Andy sent over these pictures and I have package number 2 ready. But guys, check this craziness out. Look at this. Oh, fuck. Did that not work? Hold up. Why did that not work? Two. It should be 2, right? Come on. It's supposed to work. Still no, huh? Bro, I can't share this for some reason. It doesn't want to be shared.
I had this thought. Remember when everyone the AIM days and even before like Blogspot, there was Zynga. Remember Zyngas?
Yeah.
Was that just like popular with people that we knew, or was that like a worldwide thing? Like I don't know the scale of Zynga popularity, you know?
I think it was a pretty big thing.
Was
Had
it?
to have been.
I feel like Zynga birthed like social media.
Okay.
No, not social media.
I don't think it birthed it, but it was definitely up there. I mean, it was kind of like I would say Zynga was more like the birth of blogging.
Or like the birth of like Facebook.
I think Facebook was preceded by like when it comes to like the idea of the social part of the term social media, it's like that was preceded by like MySpace and Friendster. But I mean, like I think in general, like I don't know how you really define it.
Well, it was like Blogspot, then like Tumblr, and then was Facebook before that? I don't know.
Let's see. Okay, there's a bunch of messages here. Is Chris showing off his packages on stream? Zynga and Asian Avenue. Zynga was MySpace for Asian people. PC Loader says Zynga was one of the first big blogging sites.
So other people know about it.
Yeah. Okay, I got it, guys. All right, check this out. I got this to work. All right. Look at what Andy's just sent here. Oh, shit. Look at this. You guys seen this before? I've never seen this before. And there's also an accompanying mouse. That's crazy.
I know. Enjoy.
Mango Head, what's going on? Andy's just sent this interesting piece of content here. Mango Head says, I bet it smells good.
Dude, yeah. I'm actually not the biggest fan of KFC. I'm more of like a Jollibee guy.
Ah. All right. Package number 2. This package is also from Ada.
Damn. Ada the package plug,
What
huh?
is this? Some kind of fitness balls. I hope they're fitness balls. What is this? Oh, It's like a man. This is like very suggestive. This is a very suggestive. Ada, what is this? It's like a supposed to be massage balls, but I don't know this. All right. I mean, I guess I'll. It's funny because it's like my seat is plush, so I'm not sure if like I just like sit on it. Cervical spine. Yes. Not bad. Not bad. Ada, thank you. You're supposed to lay on top of it. I see. I see. So it's like, yeah, they're like, has it been a week? It's Sunday. It's been shorter than a week. But one of the reasons why it's shorter, why I've wanted it to be shorter. I got another light to turn on. Should I share the thing now, Andy, or should it be the last thing?
What are you talking about? Oh, what I sent you?
The package you sent.
I mean, don't hype it up. It's like whatever.
No, this is a pretty big deal. I think it's a pretty big deal. All right, I'll do it last. Did I delete Theragun? Yeah, because I think Theragun needs to be like Ada needs to be here. Somebody needs to administer the Theragun.
You have two hands, man.
I do, but like it's just like I can't just like keep stopping for Theragun, and then like try to do it on myself.
You?
What?
What's stopping you?
Oh, we got a lot of stuff to cover today. This might be a 6-hour stream.
Well.
All right, package
crazy.
number 3. Theragun isn't great to use it yourself. Yeah, okay. Loud Brother gets it. Okay, so I posted this story on my Discord. I don't know who's seen it, but under the photography channel, I wrote this story about how I've been trying to use this gift card that I got for like over a year. So if anyone needs me to repeat the story, I'll repeat it.
Repeat it.
So last summer of 2021, I want to say maybe July of 2021, I got this letter in the mail from my insurance, and it said, hey, if you do this like telehealth appointment with just some random nurse, we'll send you a $100 gift card. And I'm like, okay, because it's like the thing is, I don't think this, it wasn't gonna take longer than 15 minutes. So I scheduled this appointment. I talked to a nurse, and she basically just asked me the most basic of questions, like, is everything fine? Yes. And she's like, oh, okay. And then it was like, it was short. It wasn't that short, but it was pretty short. So I sign off, and like I just kind of wait for it, and the $100 gift card came. Like, it was in my hands. So what I usually do with gift cards in the distant past, I used to use them to like help pay my internet bill. But now, like, the way my internet bill is structured is like it's with rent, so like I can't pay like that anymore. But what I use gift cards for now is like B&H, the photo place. They allow split cards. So what I'll typically do whenever I get a gift card is like I'll buy a bunch of stuff and then put like the most of those items, like usually photo film, on the gift card, and then I'll pay the remainder with my regular card. But the problem is that the card issuer that my insurance used for the gift card they sent me, like, it was just like all kinds of fucked up. I have no clue what had happened, but essentially I've had like literally 15 months of it not working. I would like constantly call back the card issuer saying like, hey, why doesn't this work? Then they'll tell me it's locked because I've tried too many times. And this like sequence would just happen like whenever I tried it, like, which was typically like once every 2 months. I would just try it out and it would still not work. One of those times, like 6 months in, the card actually got flagged for fraud, not by me and just all my attempts, but someone actually managed to get the number and then tried buying a bunch of shit in Florida. Which is kind of crazy. So then they had to send me a new version of this gift card, same exact thing. Every month I'd try it, and then like it wouldn't work. So I finally like just called them up again and said like, hey, like I tried it right now, it didn't work, and they said like it's not even locked right now. So I'm not sure what it is you're doing, but your card's not locked. I could see you made an attempt, but it's not locked. So you know, you just we can't help you. So then it occurred to me that maybe, just maybe, yes, the card issuer, there's a fucked up thing with the card issuer, but there might also be a thing where it's the fact that I've only just used it at one retailer, which is B&H. So I now go and call B&H with a cart with more than $100 on it. And I just say like, hey, I've been through this whole situation. Can I like talk you through like just paying for this over the phone? And so we just go through a phone order, which is, you know, like it's not the most unbelievable thing to do, but it's just not something that I have to do very often, not something that people have to do very often in this day and age when you just buy things online. But I placed this phone order and immediately it worked. it just worked. So anyways, this is my B&H order.
Wait, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat it?
Dude.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Wow.
Shit. You know what's crazy? That KFC thing.
Yeah.
I think the sickest part about it is the kernel, like the escape key, the whole like tall thing on it, and then there's even a USB drive.
There's a USB drive?
Yeah, there's a third one.
Wait, you didn't send the third one, did you?
Did I not send it? Oh, here's the third one.
Oh.
I bet this shit resells for crazy.
Wow. You need like a tall laptop to use that. And like, how does it hold up without like putting a bunch of stress because of gravity, you know?
I don't know, man. Not a physics guy. I'm more of a... Damn, I don't think I'm an expert at anything.
Take a look at the bottom row of the board. Let's see that. Oh yeah, that's like a JP layout. Oh, the Colonel Sanders video game. I remember when that first came out. Did you know about that, right, Andy?
No.
There's like a Colonel Sanders like dating sim, and like the Colonel Sanders art is like really hot, like he's really good looking. You never heard of this?
Never heard of this. You just sound like you're talking nonsense right now.
Dude, I'm like looking at this Steam. I don't know if you have my stream open, but I'm looking at the Steam. There's like a trailer for it. Hold on, I'll send it to you.
AFC game?
Yeah, I just sent it.
Oh, it's like a dating sim.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Sorry. All right. I need to go back and catch up on all of these messages while I show off all of the goodies from this this order I was finally able to place with this stupid gift card that took over a year. So I got some Cinestill 35 that I use for concerts. I got a 5-pack of Portra 800. Ada. By the way, Ada, I got the disposables that your parents might have wanted. So there's 2 of those, and I got an extra one just in case I need it for something. I think I have plans for this, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I need to catch up on all of these messages. Okay, so is Theragun snake oil? Depends on what you consider snake oil. No positive effects, proven positive effects. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what to say. It's just a massage gun. An expensive one. I guess it's nicely built. I don't know if it's like, it's as good as you think a massage gun would be.
Well, my sister has a Theragun, and I just bought like a really cheap one on Amazon. The
Uh-huh.
cheap one on Amazon's better. It has like
Oh,
more options and
more juice.
speed stuff. Yeah, and it
Ah.
like I haven't even charged it in like 6 months. It just like lasts forever.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there's your
So
answer.
yeah, it's just like one of those brand names that people
Yeah,
buy it for the
they
name.
spend a lot on marketing, so I mean that's probably why it costs so much. Right. Lab Brother says definitely feels nice. That's good enough when it comes to manual therapy. Everything else it claims is a bit snake oil. Mango Head, did you listen to the Biba Doobie album that came out in July? You know, I know she pronounces her name differently, but I forgot how it's pronounced. I did. I think that was a couple months ago, right? I do believe I did, but I don't think I have it. I never bought it. I have her previous one. The most incredulous part of the story is that a $100 card wasn't used up all at once. I always just use those things to buy Amazon gift cards. Oh, that makes sense. That's fair. It's KFC based as fuck. Wasabi's asking, are you using a MacBook or desktop Mac? I'm using a Mac Mini right now. Hey man, I don't know about you, but if I could date the Colonel for free KFC. Oh. More juice isn't necessarily better, but it's like keyboards heavier / pricier isn't better. How about Steve Lacy back in June? I did. Steve Lacy, his music comes up a lot, I think, on recommendations and stuff. Yeah. Okay. What is next? All right. I got one.
Chris, I got some news for you.
Uh-oh.
Good news.
Oh, okay.
My delivery came
Oh,
3
shit.
minutes ago.
3 minutes ago.
So-
So 8:09 to 8:31.
Yeah.
That
how
was a
much
20-minute delivery. Wait, what'd you get? Like candy?
No, I got like I could list out what I got. So I don't know if people care, but there's this app I've been addicted to. It's called GoPuff. It's basically Bevmo's like delivery service company, but they just happen to have everything like anyone would need in a pinch, or like just random stuff like, oh, you need a band-aid, oh, you need like this, like they just have it. And it's just kind of like weird because it's like, where are they getting all this stuff from? And they just
It's not even
well,
at Bevmo.
my specific where I live, like for whatever reason, I just get GoPuff deliveries like usually under 20 minutes, and it kind of scares me because I'm just like, how are they grabbing all 20 of these things and like coming to my house in like this fast? Like it's just it's crazy.
Machines.
Like I don't know who's doing it. Like
It's all automation, man.
team. You want to see the list of things I got?
Yeah, send it over.
Okay.
Okay, Loud Brother, thanks for the lurk. All right, so this is package number 3. We got a couple of N316 nozzles for this here desoldering gun here that I think this one's like just, we should take it out of commission. It's failing to suck some things up. And I think that's the interesting thing. This was my second one right here, and it took about like 7 or 8 months to just go bad. But then I looked at it and realized the first one took about 7 or 8 months to go bad. So I think that's just generally the lifespan. You just have to buy these every now and then. So I bought 2 of them just so I have one as backup, and then we can deal with that there. But Ada, I don't know if Ada, if you're still around watching, but I was able to my package also came with this. Yet another free gift from Hako. Oh, it looks like a magenta bottom Hako glass mug. So another one for Ada. I don't know if you still need mugs. Okay, so that was package number 4. Damn, it's starting to get real messy in here. Alrighty. Okay. Package number 5. Also, by the way, guys, I got a new box cutter from Ada. Ada mistakenly bought a box cutter that was too big and not the cute ones, the cute little ones she usually likes. So it's really quite nice to have a more robust box cutter that isn't 11 years old. Got a neat shipment today. I got some switches. Gonna try the palm stems and wipe housings. I need to get those. I just need to get bottoms. I need bottoms for a bunch of switches that I want to smooth out. What is this? Is this like a return? Oh, wait, what is this? Oh. Oh, interesting. Alright, we got a Rama. I didn't even know I bought it. But guys, we got some good interesting stuff in here. ADB. Yeah. It's also a hex color. All right, we got this D60 light. This is the first time we can see the D60 light in person. This was a really long time coming, because I think they had to like redo a bunch of it after the first protos. So this is the one that comes with EPBT 6085, but then I also got these. I think this is the set that might just be HHKB only, I think, and then these are extra child kits. One of them is, I think, Hiragana, and then the other one is Cyrillic. And then we got some space bars, and then again, I didn't even remember buying this, but apparently I got a Rama. Did I? That's crazy. 6085. Let me look at my order again. Oh, I did. Wow. Alright, I guess I got a Rama. Okay. So pretty cool. We'll open this. You know what's amusing to me? What's amusing to me is that they shrink wrapped this whole thing. I don't think that this was I don't think that this was really necessary, but all right. The present's welcome. Welcome back. Everybody welcome, by the way. Why is it wrapped? Yeah, I don't know. All right, guys, we got the package you guys are all waiting for. The third part of the stream title has arrived. Oh, Andy, are you still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Andy, so who do I plug? Do I plug you or Warugaki or Sticker Mob?
Don't plug me. I'm a nobody.
All right, so for those who don't know, Andy was supposed to be a sponsor for my subathon. Well, I guess his companies were supposed to be my sponsor for the subathon, but
Don't say.
I already said.
Don't say, bro.
I already said both.
Oh.
I already said all three.
I forgot you're streaming.
I
don't watch your stream when I talk to you, so I get confused.
Okay, so am I supposed to just say nothing then? So I'm not sponsored. I'm not bound by sponsorship obligations in what I speak.
Oh no, you're sponsored by Warugaki for sure. You're the first athlete underwater Gaki.
Okay, all right. So, do you want me to run a giveaway now, or just whenever?
Sure.
All right, guys. So are one of them is for me?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, Andy's brand Watugaki has sent over here this slam dunk, Lakers themed slam dunk tote. He actually sent two, but one's for me. So, if anyone's interested, I guess we could run a giveaway. Should we run it now, or should we run it at the end of stream? I guess how about this? We'll run this one halfway through stream. Let's run this one halfway through stream because we're going to switch over from keyboard stuff to photo stuff, like hopefully midway-ish in. Chris, watch this anime. The dub is heat. Yeah, hey, so Andy's just plugged Watugaki.
Heard anyone say that.
What?
A dub? Who's ever recommended a dub? Oh, that's great.
All right, so we'll run this halfway after I finish the keyboard tasks that I have. But here's another one. There's actually another. What do I say about the second thing in here, Andy? Who sponsored this?
I think you shouldn't give those away. I think you should just like I don't think you should give it away as a giveaway. I think you should just give it to people like when you meet them and stuff.
Oh, well, I'd already kind of promised that these would go out with the actual giveaway items of people who won during the subathon. But
so you're good. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then I also wanted to give some away on stream too.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. But I mean, like, it looks to be
they're
like
they're yours to do whatever you'd like.
Right, but what I'm asking, my same question is, do I need to say who sponsored me for these?
Nah.
Okay. Well, anyways, I was sponsored by an anonymous sponsor. Yeah, the presents. There you go. You already know. Guys, we got Kawaii Drake stickers. So everyone who's won prizes during the subathon, I was supposed to announce that you would get one of these. So everyone gets every winner from the subathon gets a Kawaii Drake sticker with their prize. But I also suppose we could give one of these away right now. Let me just open up marbles if you guys are interested.
Imagine no one joins the marbles.
It's like no one wants a Kawaii Drake. All right, let me get some marbles opened up right now.
When you hit your next milestone, you need to do holographic Kawaii Drake stickers.
Seriously. Hey, do you guys have prismatic material yet?
We could order it.
Dude, I would do prismatic Kawaii Drake 100%. 100% easy. All right, guys. If anyone's interested here in a Kawaii Drake sticker, you know the drill. Also, I still have my sub counter on here. We'll just keep the sub counter there. Why not?
Oh, wait, how are you going to ship a single sticker?
Oh, I have envelopes and stamps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I forgot about stamps. That's crazy.
Stamps are a thing.
I don't remember the last time I used a stamp, bro.
How do you ship a single sticker? Yeah, envelope mail. Ah.
That's crazy, bro.
All right, let's run Twisted Toothpick. If you can read this, your monitor is upside down. All right, guys. For anyone out there who is lurking, there's a Marbles Race giveaway for our first Kawaii Drake sticker. So, exclamation play to join Kerbal, welcome. Let's do 180. Let's do a 3-minute. All right, that's a really long timer, but I already started it. Feel free to join. Oh, Coward, welcome. Oh, Andy's joined. You know what? I want one too. All right, if I win, this goes to the last place finisher. Were you saying something, Andy?
I don't even want to win it. I just want to win marbles because I never won.
Am I legally allowed to count these stickers on stream?
Yeah, I don't know. Why wouldn't you be able to count them?
I don't know. Maybe people aren't supposed to know how many stickers I have.
Never let them know your next step.
Yeah, Coward, this is for Kawaii Drake. Where's the... I don't know where the focus point is. It's there, though.
You should give people, like, at least, like, 3. Because, like, I feel like if they get 1, they'll be too conflicted. Like, they'd stressed out about, oh, where should I put it? I don't know where to put it, you know? But then if you give them the options, like, they'd probably feel a lot better.
All right, I've just counted them. They'll feel conflicted. You think I should give them 3 Kawaii Drake stickers?
Yeah, man.
This is how
make
fast...
make that stamp worthwhile.
Oh, I was gonna give them other stickers. I collected a lot of keyboard vendor stickers. I have all the stickers that you sent last time around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Want to sell Kawaii?
Someone wins it and resells it.
Resell. All right, guys, a minute left to join. Yeah, that was not...
Do you think Drake has seen Kawaii Drake?
I don't know. That's a great question. Let's see if that focuses. There we go. Kawaii Drake sticker. Did Drake be lurking on Twitter and shit? Yeah, he probably knows. Should I tag him? I'm gonna take a picture of this right now and tag him on Instagram. Oh shit, my bad. The race started, didn't it?
Yeah, we need your play-by-play, bro.
Oh yeah, NC's in the lead right now. With oh, hey Andy, you and I are top 5.
Well, I mean, it's like 10 people, bro. It's like I usually fall off at this point.
Oh, all hex in his lead here.
Oh, I'm winning. Oh shit. Yeah, this is just like Mario Kart, and you're just like in first and out of nowhere, last.
All right, looks like all hex has made it down to this spinny area.
Bro, I remember the funniest part of your stream, your what do you call it? Subathon?
What I do?
I guess you guys were playing like you were playing marbles, and then there was this like one crazy stage, and someone was like, "Where is this?" Like as if it was a real place or something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit! Oh, PC load letter is in the lead. Wait, oh Sinvec. It could be Sinvec. Oh my goodness. Sinvec with the win.
Dude. What the heck?
Quick. These crazy boosts.
He got the aimbot on.
The juice. He got the juice.
Well, congrats, man. I'm really happy for you, bro.
I know Sinvec is a big sticker guy. Sinvec's a big sticker guy. Sinvec, congrats. Let me know if you claim. I'm guessing you claim, but please verify. Alright, and I also need to go ahead and start tabulating this. I do love stickers. Alright, Sinvec has claimed. Okay, we'll run. Okay, so here's the situation. We will. Okay, here's what we'll do. Midway between the stream, when we finish up the keyboard tasks that we have planned for tonight, we'll run the Wadogaki Slam Dunk bag, the tote bag, and then at the end of stream, after we finish up the photo stuff, we'll run another giveaway for another Drake sticker, Kawaii Drake sticker. Does that sound good to everybody? All good? All good, all good. Okay. Very slick, very slick. Congrats to Sinvec. All right. Whoops. Damn, what a nice stack of stickers. So pleasant. Okay. Alrighty, let's take a look at what we've got tasked today. Alright. So, okay, interesting interesting things here. Alright, so where did I put all this? One random task I want to do is, there's a lot of parts to it, but I know for sure it won't take that long. A lot of little parts. So we're gonna take another look here at the duck poker, and a couple things that I wanted to be able to do here. Let's just check to see that like the all of this stuff here kind of matches up. Kajata, welcome. 1 week to Sidewire and shipping. Yeah, dude. You know, I reached out to the guy. They don't have any more plastic Alps plates, unfortunately. So it's a real big disappointment because the Alps plate that they include doesn't have split backspace or split right shift compatibility. So I think the PCB still does though, if I understand correctly. But I think what I might try to do is just make my own, because I have calipers, like, and I mean, like, I can't imagine that the switch spacing is any different than any other board. But scan it. That's what I was thinking. Like, try to do something like a scan. Is that the way it looks crazy? It's like, it's just a bunch of tiny weights, so it's not like it protrudes or anything. It's just all of them are screwed in, like each of them individually. 7 weights. Let's take a look here. I got the over shoulder. Those haven't seen it. There's like a little card suit engraving here on this side of the back. Made a Piggy 60 plate from scan. Oh, okay. Right on, right on. Yeah, you really only just need the general shape, and hopefully it'll just fit. And like, it shouldn't hopefully be that bad because it's just a tray plate. So okay, what I wanted to check is whether or not a PCB, like a modern PCB, will work with this, and the answer is, as expected, yes. Screw holes will line up. It's just, you know, it's a pretty standard tray. There's no center standoff, which is cool. But the one thing that intrigued me the most was this notion that oh, there's a little scuff there. I wonder if we could just rub that off if I just work at it. USB-C, I was worried might not fit, but there's more than enough space for sure. So, win key, let's go. Oh, contraire. Oh, contraire. Because we got a game plan here. We got an interesting game plan. So, I've mentioned this Yeah, the blocker collection. I've mentioned this a few times here on stream. So the KMAC Happy Win Key that I bought came with these detachable blockers. But the problem was, there was a lot of problems. One of the problems was that there was this blocker set that the KMAC Happy was supposed to come with. And it included 1U and 1.5 unit blockers. And for some reason, it also came with 1.25 unit blockers. Now, let's start from the top. One thing is that the guy who sold this to me didn't realize this and sold it to me. And I guess when he bought it, he just assumed that this was 1.5. It is not. This is 1.25. So the thing is, when you place it in a 1.5 spot, it's just like there's this weird gap. See how well, I don't know how well I could show that. It ends up looking something like Big Blocker Collection, BBC. Yes. It ends up looking something like this, which is really not good. But then I found out, and we talked about this before, that when you have a 7U bottom row and you have a pretty compatible PCB, one thing you can do is put two 1.25 units on the left and right sides, and then you still get like a 7U layout between the spacebar and then the two 1.5Us. Be back later, message you and give away the tote. Okay, will do. So you can retain that. So I like that, but then like this has always intrigued me for that reason. So the thing is that like this can shift over all the way to this side. A little bit of a weird caveat, I think, though, is that like there's a slight curve on this duck poker bezel, whereas this is like pretty square. So that'll kind of show, but I think hopefully it'll be fine. Now, one of the things is that like I found it weird that the KMAC Happy included this for many reasons. Like, who's gonna block 1.25 unit in this way? Like, I never thought of it until like, you know, this past year. But the other really weird part is that you can't even do it on the KMAC Happy. The included plate doesn't have a cutout for 1.25U, nor does the PCB actually have switch holes for 1.25U. So what was this even for? The only thing I can think of is that you just use this in another board. So that's what we're doing, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to buy this duck poker. I think these are like older classic, you know, sort of like simple but classic like customs, where this is just a Korean custom like tray board. Nothing really special about it other than that it's old and it's like classic. I think this is one of the things I want to do, and it's like I found someone who was selling this and was selling it in silver, and I think it's just like, okay, that's a match. Let's go with it. To make a win keyless using 6.25U spacebar, the PCB and plate only just accommodate for 1.5, 1, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So like that specific bottom row layout is all that the KMAC Happy actually even has. That's why it's weird. And that's why it's weird, like that's why it's weird they included this. So yeah, I don't know why, but I guess it has this like sort of separate benefit. The KMAC Happy that I ended up building, the WinKey one, I ended up using these KBD Fans 5-degree blockers, and I actually really like how it looks, just because the sort of beveled curves match the front chamfer like lip that the KMAC Happy has. Not exactly 100%, but it's like it's a good like, you know, design consistency sort of thing. So that kind of worked out in that way. But you know, we're putting this all together, I guess. You know, I would love though to have the actual 1.5 unit blockers, but I don't know anyone's just giving them away or anything like that. I I found a guy recently-ish, like within the last like couple weeks, who was selling a silver Win Key KMAC Happy. And I asked him if he had the blockers, and he said no, he doesn't have any of them. So I mean, I guess in that respect, I'm a little bit luckier, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just wrapped this up, but one of the things that I needed to check. All right, luckily I still have it out. I needed to check. So here's how this looks. Take a look at this. There's essentially this this shape that's supposed to sit in the plate, and that's how it aligns. Then there's this hole on the other side, and that's how you screw it in through the PCB. What I wanted to check was the actual dimensions of this with some calipers, because I need to make sure that the plate I cut will accommodate for it. We had an issue in the past where I was trying to use this KBD fans half plate that I had for a tray mount build that I was doing, where I couldn't get 1.5 unit blockers to fit inside of that KBD fans half plate. So we just went plateless, and that's that Allopow board that we had. I want to make sure I need to cut a new plate just to do this crazy thing. But I need to make sure that I'll cut it in a way that's proper. So there's my calipers. I can't have that cutout be too thin or narrow or anything. You might need to file that square corner, the square corner to fit in that rounded corner. Yeah. I mean, in general, it's just, I just need to check. Oh, okay. So then that should be, you guys see that? This square is actually quite a bit thinner than the standard 14 millimeters. This is already 13, basically 13.5 or under. So it should be plenty room. Let's contrast this with Dremel is your friend. Let's contrast this with, let me show it off. Hold up. So PC Load Letter, were you the one that won that plate? I'm trying to recall. There's that blue half plate. Yeah, actually, PC Load Letter, you're the one that won that plate. It was a blue anodized alu half plate. I can measure it. Yeah, I don't think I ever measured it with calipers, but here's an example blocker that I was gonna try to use in that spot. Actually, it's the 1.5 unit. So these are KBD fans 5 degrees that I was trying to use. If I take some calipers to it, yeah, I mean, KBD fans 5 degree blockers, these are over 14, which is probably where the issue arose, trying to force in metal into metal when it can't even fit the specified cutouts, which is weird. So yeah, if you have some calipers and wanted to measure what the bottom 2 blocker cutouts were, that would probably help explain it. But this should be more than enough. I mean, a pretty standard cutout will fit this really easily, because this is like 13.5. Okay, so I think that covers that task. Was just a little investigation. So I think we're done. Screws, USB ports, and the Happy blockers potentially fitting into some plate. I don't have any other plates to compare it to, but you know, maybe here's what we'll do. I have, you know, and I was surprised by this. The duck poker. The duck poker did come with a plate and a PCB, which confuses me because I thought the whole idea was that it was just supposed to be a like a new tray shell for an existing actual KBC poker. But yeah, I don't have any great explanation. It's just, this is like its own board. The blue half plate is measuring 13.99. Oh yeah, yeah. So then like that blocker wasn't gonna ever fit. And this one, I mean, this one is unlikely to as well. This just, your cutout needs to be bigger than the standard size in order for this to work, which is kind of nuts that they would do that. Meanwhile, so we use these calipers upside down. Like the standard, this right here is about 14.07. So this technically should, but maybe I just have it at a weird angle. This technically should fit that just barely, but it's not doing it super easily. But I'm thinking that like taking one of these as an example should just work, because this is a much smaller thing here. Yeah, a lot of give. There's a lot of give there. Like it goes through and it just, it can even like wiggle around, so you have some room to like, you know, make some adjustments should you need to, depending on how your stuff fits. So we're good here. We're good. Yeah, I'm never gonna use this plate because it doesn't have split backspace. And on top of that, it doesn't have that 1.25 compatible bottom row. Doesn't appear to be the case. All right, task number 1 finished. You should get your own custom. I've been saying that for like so long, but I've just never gotten around to learning how to do it. I can't imagine it's the single hardest thing in the world, but I just haven't done it yet. So I'd love to though. Like just get them all in like different materials, different colors. Just like base it off of this KMAC Happy. Like is that like I don't know. Does that count as like theft? If I literally call it KMAC Happy replica blockers? Kind of like what Calam is doing to all those boards and UTD. You can make them better, then it's okay. I see. You can rip off whatever you want as long as you don't profit off of it. Like is the blocker design, detachable blockers like fall under the same purview of like, yeah, you shouldn't copy these? I mean, yeah, it's true. Like, part of me is like, I just want to make blockers for me. Like, I don't know who would buy this. Like, I think I'm literally the only, might be the only person that actually wants this, you know? All right, let me put all this away here. We still have other blockers too. We got some orange blockers. I think there's a single silver one that came from the 5 degree. I think a single purple one. Ah. Why did I use the purple? Whatever. Anyways, if anyone has a 5 degree case and they're not using their blockers, I will definitely buy it. You can make 2.5U blockers. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Not that I would want to, but that is pretty interesting. I need those keys, you know? I could do a one, you know, that layout that I hate, where it's like a 6.25 unit spacebar, but you still try to HHKB it. So I could do a 1.25U there, and then a what is it? Yeah, 2.5 here. McJizzle, welcome. Welcome. What did I do with that? Yeah, we're doing some chores right now. We're doing some investigations of this this duck poker. Aero cluster blocker. You know what I want to do is just get a bunch of, what is it? Like, I guess they would all be 1U blockers, and then fill up a TKL full of them, and then do split backspace and split right shift, and then just have an HHKB TKL. Is that the actual HHKB layout? Let me think. I did a bunch of plate work off stream over the last 2 nights. So we don't have to do that. I basically did the, I redid the tray plate to do it. And then I was working on that Compaq MX11800 plate that was fucked up during the subathon. So I redid that portion of it. But we do actually have a Compaq MX11800 task or chore to do today. So maybe, yeah, that's actually the thing that was next up on my list. So let me clean this up. I realized I still didn't clean this up. We'll just wait for KBD fans to put the blockers on clearance and order them all. It's funny because it's like they all come with like a pair of 1.5 and a pair of 1U. And it's like, if we go that route, it's that like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely need a lot more 1U blockers. Than 1.5 unit blockers, because I'm not running this. I'm not getting a bunch of WinKey blockers, or sorry, 1.5 unit blockers just cause, and then like getting a bunch of WinKey boards just to block them out. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, Hammer Brother, by the way, welcome. You know what sucks is the X60 V2 from Noxery. I bought one really compulsively. But the thing, or the quote unquote problem with it is that like they very specifically say it's not HHKB compatible. And part of me was thinking that like, oh, just try me. Watch me. And it turns out the reason for this is the quote unquote screwless design exists by like putting like a screw where the control keys would go. So you can't throw on one of these detachable blockers. In fact, you can't even put in a plate that just covers this and then it dips in like I've been doing with some of my builds. I apologize for all the sound outside. Because what ends up happening is you end up showing or exposing the screw if you do so. I mean, you can, it's just like you totally defeating the purpose of the X60 being screwless. Does that make sense? So like, let me see, is there a WinKey version? There's no WinKey pictured. I guess not. Yeah, there's no WinKey pictured here. But yeah, like if you block this out, there's gonna be like a screw right here or something that just shows. And I mean, you have to expose it so that you know, you can screw it in. All right. You know, before I whip out the MX11800, there is a really minor non-solder necessary task I want to do. Hot glue the blocker in. All right, and that is this guy. I've been meaning to like just kind of like look at this. This is my Matrix Topre Falcon. All right, let's do overhead. Let's zoom back in here. All right, so here's one issue. So this is the Topre Falcon with the MX sliders. Okay, you know what? There is a big problem. Is that this enter key sometimes just hangs. Like it binds. Let me see if I can get it to bind. It's been a while since I've used it. There we go. So it's binding right now. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just totally stuck down there. Might be the slider if it's desk keys. It could be anything, right? I wanted to test something because now I have the ability or the capability to test something. So one example is that I've not at any point gotten this shift key to bind. I think the shift key is good. So part of me wonders if it's the keycap. So if I switch this over, like if I swap these two guys, looks so good. Okay, oh, that still binds. Sand the slider? So it's the slider is the problem? Okay. So I feel like that's a task for another stream. This whole time I thought it was the keycaps. Like I thought there was a problem, say, with cherry profile sitting like this home row profile sitting on these stabilized keys. I thought that was a problem, but I guess it might actually be the slider, or I don't know, it could be the housing, but you guys are suggesting slider here. Okay, that's a task for another day then. One of the things I wanted to do actually was change the key set to one of these Handerbite ones, either handwork in DSS or Handerbite in SA. But I feel doubtful that's actually going to solve the problem, huh? I mean, I could still just try it out, just find that key. You dare desecrate beige? Well, I'm just trying the profile thing out. No need to get too dramatic. Funny thing is, I don't know what that enter key looks like. What is the enter key's color? Does anyone know Handerbite's enter key color? So there's the shift. And here's return. Yellow. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, how do you get it off now? There we go. Just pull it off. What if, though? I'm not getting it to bind right now. Oh, Yakuza game? Trying to follow this other side conversation here. Is it like a retro game? Okay, I haven't been able to get this to bind. So part of me is like, should I mount Handerbite on this? I'll definitely tell you, it doesn't sound great. I think I need to tune these stabilizers somehow. It's like Shenmue, but good. I see. Okay. Anyways, I wonder if you could get it to bind with no keycap on it. I can't even, consistently. Oh, I kind of got it there for a sec. Oh, there. I know it sounds weird, but I would try it on my sliders. Just like separate sliders. Perhaps a dab of lube. Oh, interesting. I wonder, so which part of the slider would you be shaving down? Or like sanding down? Like the edge? Or like something inside? What exactly the center? So like the edge of the center, or like the cross mount? How it runs against the stabilizer. I'm still not sure if I follow. Do you possibly have a diagram? The circumference exterior. Oh. Wait a second. Wait a second. Now that you say that, that problem, Handerbite would have been binding though. Yeah, I haven't been able to get it to bind yet, but I'm trying. But again, I also find it weird that this same enter key won't bind down here. So it's like, it does seem like it would be a slider issue. Does it feel grindy? It's hard to tell, it just feels rattly. I think I tuned this super perfectly. Grindy is not how I'd characterize this SA one. All right, let's look at the anatomy here of these two. Will it work? Take a look. I mean, these stems are just so significantly longer. If you move the slider up and down with your fingers, does it feel like friction? No. It like feels fine to me. It could be the holes in the housing binding on the stabilizer stems of the cap. That was one thing that I was thinking, like, do I need to adjust the actual holes here? Like, do I need to make these bigger or something? Yeah, that was one of the possibilities that I had in my head before I started stream today. That's what I was thinking of this whole time, but again, I'm not certain. Handerbite stems look a little thinner. Let's see. I think I can kind of see what you're saying when you say that. Let's try CRP. Oh, these are both CRP. This is not really going to change, is it? Hander drill. PBT is known to have slight warp on stabilizer stems from shrinkage. Okay, so this one is, so this is CRP R3, but I put in the enter here from CRP R4. And one thing that's surprising is that I didn't realize this came with icon mods, CRP R3. Yeah, I don't have an issue with this one. So I think there's this chance here that it's some combination of both. Maybe there's some warpage that's happening specifically on this enter key, and there's something wrong with just this somewhere. It could be these stabilizer holes maybe are not big enough to accommodate for the warps on this. But this one I haven't gotten to bind here, but maybe that's because these stabilizer holes do accommodate for them well, despite the warp here. And I haven't gotten I think, did I? Actually, well, this one binds too. Which still gives me an indicator that there's something wrong with the housing. Or the housing or the slider. Yeah, that one's totally bound too. Yeah, maybe it's gotta be the housing or slider here. Okay. If the MX cross part is smooth up and down with the fingers, yeah, it is. There's nothing frictiony about it. Like, it doesn't feel different between here and there. The holes must be too small for the stabilizer part, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Like I mentioned, task for another day. Oh, I just got this to bind. Oh, maybe both of them. Oh, that was a rare. That's a rare one. Oh, let's try this. This guy right here. I mean, maybe I should just change this to Handerbite. And maybe I should also retune this because it's kind of rattly. Lube the outer stems of the enter key. Should I? You guys think I should lube my my CRP keycaps? All right, I'm gonna put this all away. Yes. All right. You guys ask, I'll deliver. On Topre, I lube the PCB. Might as well lube the keycaps. That's true. Very true. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. I'm just gonna put a thin layer. Hammerwood bag lube the cap. Less is more. How about more is more? Let's cake it. Let's cake it on. You can also put it around here too. Oh, no, I got it to bind once. Yeah, I got it to bind still. I think it's just, yeah, maybe you need to make the hole bigger. And also re-lube it. Man, that's rattly. May also need to do the same here on this key because out of the million times I've tried it, I did get this to bind once just maybe about 3-4 minutes ago. Okay. Cool. Bag lube. Can you imagine? That was worth, it was worth a try. But we'll put this away for now and we'll work on this another day. Bigger build stream or a rebuild stream. Alrighty. So that was that task. Okay. Ooh. There's a couple tasks now that do involve soldering, and one of them does involve desoldering, so it's like I might have to change that nozzle. Okay. Let me grab this. This is our... Okay, so... there might have been a little bit fewer people here for this portion of the subathon, but this is the Compaq MX11800. Now, for those who didn't see it, which may have been a good many of you because it was pretty late, this plate that I had cut through Pinoco was bad, and it was bad because it was my fault. This bottom row just does not line up. I fucked up. Just full admission. I think what had happened was, take a look. The OG layout here is 1.5, 1.5, 7, 1.5, 1.5. And I think the problem was that I accidentally didn't make this one 1.5. So it's shifted to the left. I think I left it as 1U, and I just fucked up the calculation, or the plate generation for these cutout positionings. So I need to get this one recut if I want to retain this. I don't know if you guys have seen, oh god. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I'll show you guys what I have. Let us see. Check this out. This is the design. Take a look at this monstrosity. A Dremel can fix it. Okay, so take a look at this monstrosity. The idea is that I am thinning out the edges literally as much as I possibly can, because the whole idea is that this is just supposed to be a literal floating plate. And the whole purpose of this is so that I can get alignment right. This is the new one, Hammer Brother. The whole purpose of this is just to get the alignment right for all these switches, because I'm trying to throw in some 3-pin switches in this. So what I've done here is the minimum distance that Pinoco asked for is 1 millimeter between this guy and then the edge, or just something that accommodates for the kerf, I guess. So there's that, but you can see that these stabilizers, I've just like cut them out entirely. This is not even pretty because I don't need it to be. All I need is just alignment. I don't care about anything else at all. So all these like right-hand stabilizers I just got rid of. This is a 2U, by the way, instead of a 1.75U. The stabilizer right here, these cutouts, they just go to the edge. This one too. How off is the bottom row? Everything from here to here is off by half a like key unit, because I think the OG, like the one that I had cut here in my hand right now, this one I accidentally punched in a 1U into the plate generator, into the KLE. So when it spat this out, it's just wrong. So I couldn't really proceed. But I also opted to just thin out this perimeter just to make sure, because as I try to like lay it over, it is a little bit weird in terms of its fitment here. So I'm like, why not just thin it out? It's fine. Gian made an alignment tool for plateness. Have you thought about using something like that? Did he? I got in on Frog Mini, and when I was like looking through his store, I didn't come across a plateless alignment tool, but let me take a look. Gian. Switch align plate for W1AT. Is that what it was? Is for that big board? Okay, this is probably why it didn't show up on the Frog Mini add-ons. Is that it's not for the Frog. Oh, also Ada, I don't know if you're still watching, but I got my Frog Mini notification. Ada, I don't know if you got it, but I got mine. So I have all of those extras coming in too. The PC, or yeah, the 2 PCBs, all that. Me and Ada, we got Frog Minis. How would one use this super effectively? It says break the, okay, after soldering each one of the 3, break the one side and pull the aligned plate the opposite side. Ah, I see. Got it. There's these tabs right there. Okay. So, but the thing, okay, you know what bothers me about this is that it's $25 and it's basically like one-time use. That's kind of my problem. Yeah, McJizzle, yeah. Okay, yeah, McJizzle was thinking the same thing. It's like, you got to break it off. It's like one-time use. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Yeah, something similar could be 3D printed. Yeah. I've been saying that needs to be a thing forever. My problem is, yes, it does, but I don't think so for this price. Like, not for this price, unfortunately. I wouldn't do this. This needs to be a thing at much cheaper. It still needs to be a thing. At like $3, not 25. I had burned through 10 of those if 3-pin switches were good enough. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, anyways, here's the chore. The chore here is, this looks good, or, you know, this looks not good. So I'm gonna have this plate recut. I already have, like, you know, we already showed it here. I already have this set up. I can send this to Pinocchio if I wanted to. But before I do that, I might as well check to be totally certain that these guys are good. They seem to be, like, especially this numpad and especially this arrow cluster. I'm gonna doubt that there's any problems with these. The big one I have to think about is this this like function block. It's not even a function row, it's a function block because it's like 2 rows. So what I need to do is I need to open this back up, and then I need to set this down, but with some switches punched into it. I just need to make sure that this aligns and that it closes, because I can see and feel that like these are hollowed out, but I want to make sure also that like the plate is a good size for this part that it's sectioned off of, and that like it's not gonna have any issues with protrusions out of the top, if this is where the plate needs to sit. Now I also doubt that. I think it should be fine, but let's be sure, you know, while we are still pending this Pinocchio order. So yeah, this absolutely is a cool board, and especially if you get one of these. So it's a dual PS2 with the mouse and keyboard ends. And what I found out is that you can't just use 2 singular USB to PS2 to USB active adapters. You have to get one of these specific keyboard plus mouse dual PS2 to USB adapter that's active in order for the trackball to start working. Because there's actually a working trackball on this, which I think is cool as shit. I have no idea if it still works, because I was mangling like this section a lot where there's like some kind of connection to be made. Maybe that's worthwhile to check. Let's try it out. Does this work? Oh, it does. It still works. I didn't mangle it enough that it stopped working, but it looks like it still works. I dig your arrow cluster plates. Love how small they are. It's a cute little thing for sure. It definitely is cute. Again, one of the things to note here is that like this plastic case does run flat into the PCB, which is why you can't just have one giant plate. And so like this section right here, like borders the PCB. I think there's this whole arrow cluster does too. And then I think this right here is sectioned off as well. So you need 4 distinct plates, one here, one here, one here, and then fortunately this isn't, you know, itself 4 distinct plates, but it is one giant plate. So let's test it out. I'm gonna go get a beater mat. Oh, I think this one. Oh, we're probably good. Okay. All right, if anyone wants a spoiler on what I think the last keyboard task is after this one. Actually, there's kind of a couple-ish more tasks. The next one that I wanted to do after this is also going to be solder and even desolder related, which is so I don't know who tuned in, but this is my KMAC Happy with Nixie switches, the Nixdorf Cherry MX Black switches. And you know, they're super rare, but you know, not, I'll be honest, in terms of feel, not anything super stupidly special. But they are an old rare switch. But the key thing there is old. The C key isn't really working 100% of the time, and I think that's just because like the actual like contact leaves might just be mangled a little bit. More rare than Pro Worlds? I would say so, yeah. Get the next plate cut in leather. I am not gonna do that. Leather is funny, leather is interesting, but it is really not good for alignment. Really not good for alignment. It's actually quite terrible for alignment. But more rare in Pro Worlds, I'm not sure. I'm not even 100% sure I could answer that reliably. I would say it's more expensive on the aftermarket than Pro Worlds. It's just, I think maybe there's not a lot of people who are looking for Pro Worlds. So I think that's a thing. Okay. Let's crack this back open. Let's go this view. I like this view. Are you guys able to hear the music, by the way? I did make it quite a bit quieter than usual, so I can try to make that adjustment. Yes? Okay. All right. Cool. I think I usually have it louder, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so we're gonna crack this back open. which is always somewhat terrifying. Not gonna lie. There we go. Okay. Oh. We fortunately don't have to do a whole lot. I think. Like, I don't even know I need to solder anything. Because I could just punch the switches in. Alright, so this was supposed to be a subathon prize. A subathon giveaway, but we didn't actually hit the milestone for it. And honestly, kind of thankfully, because I didn't finish it. But here's the situation. It's a meme build because I have like the worst switches in the universe. These are some pretty old cherry blue stems that are in kale black housings. So they're not even like the normal, like you can't even use that Gateron nutcracker because it's like that kale shaped housing. So anyways, the purpose of this exercise is I need to just start putting these guys in. Wow, there are programmable replacement PCBs for this keyboard? Really? Like enthusiast PCBs, or like did they come from Cherry? I assume enthusiast PCBs. And very specifically this one, not even like a regular, because this is like this is different from a normal 1800, right? Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. Well, that's crazy. What? Wait, that's weird though. Hold up. Can you still get the trackpad functionality? It looks like... It almost looks like this is breakaway. But like... What? Like, are you supposed to break this away? I don't know. This guy... Or it's just like... Because this is the Compaq branded one that has a trackball, but I'm guessing that like there's a version of this that has a trackpad, right? Yep, okay. Discover a seller, Taobao is making... Okay, the 11900, I believe, is the one with the trackpad. Micro USB. That's an interesting choice. I'm guessing this is not necessarily the newest thing. Hold up. In order for the PS2 Logitech trackball module to fit inside the case, one needs to cut off the lower right, marked on the board piece, which includes 6 extra switch sockets and 2 mouse button switch sockets for use with the touchpad model. The switches were included with the PCB. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Huh. QMK Compaq MX11800. Oh, that's slick. Brainfuck wiring designed by Cherry for this PCB. Oh, that's funny. Oh, this is just the replacement controller? Oh, shit. That's wild. So that you can retain the PCB. Dang, this is such a weird thing, huh? Like, it's weird. Like, who would... I mean, it is a cool board. Like, if I were into big layouts, it is a really cool board, but it is really weird. And I'm just like, I'm like kind of like shocked. I'd try to make it Bluetooth. That'd be pretty cool. So this is, I think they said this was micro. This looks like mini. Looks like mini USB, but if that's micro, I think that's what that guy said. I keep losing that page. How long ago was this? This was 2 years ago. Convert this into a Bluetooth. Case has ample room for a battery and a USB to Bluetooth PCB tucked under the main one. If only there was a plate design available for this. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Wow. That's cool. Oh, I realized, okay, one thing here on my stream is that when I'm going to this, I don't have this guy. All right. I'm shit at searching Taobao. I wonder if it's still for sale. I am curious too, but I'm not going to go that far. One thing is that, like, again, my situation is that I got a working board, right? And that's cool, but I'm never going to use it. Like, I love the idea of, like, you know, a trackball integrated into any board that I own, but not with this layout. So I want to still give this away, despite the fact that we didn't hit the milestone for this last time around. I still want to give this away, and I think I'll do that once I actually finish building it. And so we'll have this all set in with the plates and these dumbass switches. Let's see. This is hard to see, but I'm guessing this is all fitting in just fine, honestly. I think these also use the Kale Black springs too, if I recall correctly. Let's try. If I remove one of these, are the legs still straight? Yeah. This is working out. You don't even need 3-pin. Amazing. And the whole purpose of this was so that I didn't have to use 5-pin bottoms. So why the curse switches? Were these just random parts for making Nathan specials? Yes, it's a it's a good thing you asked to specify that. Very specifically, yes, because I was literally part of a group buy where a bunch of people, I think probably Nathan himself included, was part of it. Kiwi actually ran it. Kiwi ran this, I guess, somewhat private-ish buy for Kale Black switches, and then he gave everybody the option of, like, hey, do you actually want the whole switches, or do you want me to open up all of your switches for you and just send you the stems? And I think most people opted for stems. I actually got the full switches, but I think I ended up just harvesting them out anyways. But then I went and asked Kiwi if he would send me all of these leftover housings and springs, and he was like, yeah, I guess. So here they are, and now I have homes for all of these old cherry blue stems that I've had for so many years back when I used to harvest housings from cherry blues. Way back when. Giving them a second life to sit in a board and will never be used. Yeah. Whoever wins this has to go through the process of opening this up and desoldering this. If you want the board to be even harder, throw a solenoid in it. Ooh. Ooh. Now that's an idea. Retrofit format clunker vibes. Big format clunker vibes. I low-key love this board but hate these switches. Yep. And all it takes is one more $30 plate that I need to recut. And it could be yours. Bro, not gonna lie, I would take that work for a day just to fuck with my coworker. Whoa, this one's like, oh shit, I was putting that sideways. I didn't realize these like sideways switches were not actually sideways. Like the stabilizers are sideways, but the switches are not. I didn't know that. I never use these types of boards. So we are, again, we're going to punch all these in. We're almost done here. And this whole exercise is just to see, will the case still close? And if so, I think we're on good track, because that'll mean that the other plate that I have, which is definitely smaller than this one, ought to fit and everything should be good. Oh fuck, I did that shit again. I mean, it says alu or stainless steel. This is alu. All right. And there we go. So one of the things that I can, like I could do is like solder all of this in, but or solder all or some of it in. But to do that means I have to take everything out, and just like dealing with like the layering of, say for example, the replacement, or like the controller, the trackball, just dealing with all of it is like, I don't feel like it. so I'm not going to. Okay, so it closes. These boards are not very common on eBay. Hammer, thank you for the alert. Appreciate it. Is it not? I mean, like, when I got this a couple, what was it? Maybe over a year ago. I got this maybe over a year ago, and it was like, I don't know. I found it, and it was a really good deal. Like, because like I just got it to harvest the brown switches in them, because it's like a 20-year-old board. And I just thought they would just show up, but I guess I just got lucky. I don't know. Oh shit. So these two guys, they'll just fall out, but I mean, the numpad and the arrow cluster will just fall out. Which is fine. Yeah, that just fully fell out. Okay. All I really needed to know was that this one would work. And it's funny because it's still also falling out, but it's like kind of caged by this. So I could like, I can kind of like lift it out, sort of. One on eBay from 2000. Ooh. Like the year 2000? I'm guessing the 2000 is not a price. How much is that one going on for eBay? Last one sold for about 92 shipped. That's crazy, because yeah, I think I got this for like 50 or 60. But you know, it's just, I think it's that like, you know, over time people just like learn. So it's that like, you know, you have to hunt if you really want like that type of a deal. So look at this. Whatever. Yeah, they pop up every so often, I guess, and they'll probably every so often past that will pop up with a good price. One that's not $135, because I don't know, I don't look at this and think that this is worth $135. I mean, in the eye of the beholder, right? And Thixius, welcome back. I don't know. I just kind of figure that like there's always a market for a lot of like old-ish shit. But you know, as the hobby has grown, I just figure that like there's enough smart people in this hobby to have written bots to like locate the stuff that they're looking for on eBay, so it probably goes by quick. And I was surprised that I found one of these for like $60. I was like, wait, what's the catch? There's got to be a catch to this, right? No? And it was weird. It's just the catch was, I guess no one else was looking at that time. It probably wouldn't be worth designing a Bluetooth controller for this board because of poor availability. Yeah, it would only be worth it if this was like, you know, someone like your personal favorite board and you just wanted it to be Bluetooth. But I don't think that I don't think it's super realistic to think that you'll, you know, designing any modernization for this is like a money-making idea. You know, I wonder, I'm still curious to see whether or not there's like that PCB is still on Taobao somewhere. It's just, you know, you and we don't know how to use Taobao, so I didn't even know it existed. On top of that, 75 would be a good price for this. Still work on the AEK2 PCB, just haven't had the time because of travel. I see. All right. So there you have it. You guys want to see an overhead. So there's that plate. And then if you guys want to see this too, like that does just sort of like fit in, but it falls out because it's not caged by the case. And then the hope is that we'll get the other plate in here, which also should be one that falls out. The plates just float, so, but as soon as they're soldered, it'll be fine. And again, the whole purpose here is for alignment. Okay, cool. All right, then look how many of these switches I still have left. Still a good amount in here. That might be enough for like another 60. Very cool. All right. I think for now, that's the end of that chapter. All right. Okay, I'm still, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm still gonna push fixing this keyboard last, because it's like I really don't want to do soldering stuff that badly. I'm being totally honest. Like I don't have the greatest of desires to whip out the iron, but I will if needed. Because I'm still driving this board, and it's a nice, I gotta tell you guys, it's a nice board, you know, for what it is. But that C key has been messing me up, and my choices are to either fix it or don't fix it and keep using it, or just move it out of rotation. All right, what's next here? All right, I got it. Okay. What's wrong with C? It's a Nixie. So it's just it's old. It's an old rare switch, and I think sometimes you get these old rare switches that are just bad because maybe the contact leaf kind of shifted around. So it's like I need to replace the switch bottom or something. I swear I feel like there's at least 1 or 2 other keys that have that problem, just not as badly as C. And I need to figure out what they are. Okay, real quick. There is a discussion that I want to make about this board. Also, I just wanted to give this heads up too. I appreciate you guys who are here today, listening to me chat and, being here on stream, watching me do all this nonsense. Some of the things that I talk about here on stream, I kind of want to change them to YouTube videos because I think, my streams are long. I have my VODs. I put them up. And again, I appreciate you guys being here. Rare day for me to be home. Bro J Simpson, by the way, I might have said welcome, but welcome. And everybody else, welcome if you're here. I kind of want to change them to YouTube videos because I think that there are things that I say that might not be like commonly known just because I might have some like old tribal knowledge of certain stuff it's not super easy to find. I think like just trying to make that a little bit more available on YouTube would be useful for some people. I think there are also things just worth discussing. Maybe I have some stuff that's totally wrong, and I'd like to be able to find out from people who are, quick to go to YouTube for it. And it's just hard to get through. I can recognize hard to get through like entire streams. I don't expect everybody to be here all the time. It's hard to get through like full VODs and everything. So some of these things I'd like to maybe talk about and make YouTube videos of these just, to put into knowledge of the public here. Anyways, one of the things that had come up is just the fact, like my whole sort of KMAC Happy story, which many of you guys have heard. Do you have an intro to HHKB video planned? I could put one together. It's not, I think that there are very specific things or ideas that, videos that I'd like to put together, which I think require like a bit more context than introduction, but I think would potentially still be useful to some people. And I think producing these educational videos in some respects, if it helped me, I think that it could possibly help at least one other person, And anyways, I have this crazy story about my KMAC Happies. You guys might have heard many parts or all of the parts so far of the story. But I have scuffed KMAC Happies, it's just like 2 of them. It's a pretty rare board. I think someone here asking how much I got it for. Was it Hammer or somebody above might have mentioned a little bit earlier, was asking a little bit. And like, for example, I could talk about, a bunch of weird things like, how I got my KMAC Happies and how they came in so scuffed. But I could also talk about the boards themselves. Like, for example, it's an old as hell board, and there's a lot of weirdness to it. Like the blocker thing, and why the heck are there 1.25 unit blockers, like I mentioned earlier. A couple other things worth mentioning here is this PCB is really weird. I'm not gonna open it up, or at least not yet today. I'll see how I feel in an hour or whatever. But this PCB, if you notice the keyboard itself, it has like a pretty big forehead. I'm not gonna say it's the biggest forehead we've all ever seen here, but it has a pretty big forehead, yet it doesn't use a daughter board. So how is this connection made here? The PCB protrudes out. Like there's like a little peepee here. There's like a weird little protrusion here out of this PCB. And I just find that interesting. And I find that interesting that the KMAC Happy has it, and I think other KMAC like variants or like other KMAC boards that were out there also have it. My KMAC LE also has one of these protrusions too. Just not a really common thing. And I think about how that's kind of funny. I think about that crazy Beak keyboard. You guys see that Beak keyboard? It's like the Beak 65 or whatever. I don't know what that was. Beak board. Beak 6.5. Have not seen it. It's this guy. So I think like Alex or somebody has built this. Alex Sotos has built this on stream. And this just makes me laugh because I don't think I've seen the full build, but I just laugh at this idea that like I don't know what the internals look like. But what if it was a giant protrusion from the PCB? I highly doubt it, but the thought of it is pretty funny. The thought that this is one long PCB coming out of the rectangle right here is just a funny idea. And I think about that when I think about my KMAC. How this protrudes a little. So yeah, yeah, and this also got this crazy knob too. It's a giant knob. Yeah. Anyways, okay. What else was I mentioning here? Another thing too is that these are these old ass PCBs, and like I don't know if it's a factor of it being old, or if it's a factor like because it's like aged, or I don't know if it's a factor of just like things were not made as well then, but it just seems really, really easy for pads to get lifted off of these old PCBs. And I've done that here with multiple KMACs now, at least. So I don't know if I'm just an idiot, but these are things that just kind of have happened. But there is one other thing. There is one other thing worth mentioning about this KMAC. And so you guys get the preview because I've explained all these things here today, and I've explained all these things just now, and I've explained all these things in the past. But here's one last thing that I wanted to say. And you guys get the preview of whatever this KMAC Happy video is going to look like whenever it is I decide to put it out, you know, a month from now or 10 years from now, whenever it is. But you guys get the preview. So all of those weird things are weird about this board, right? But there's this other weird thing about this board, maybe worth discussing for anyone else here who knows about it. But, man, that's super annoying. You guys hear that beeping? Okay. One of the things is I found this like TMK map asking about his 2-inch long jumper wires to go. Yeah, the sounds of San Francisco. Yes. Okay, so someone put out this this TMK mapping for a KMAC Happy, so you could reflash your KMAC Happy to like be TMK compatible, which I guess TMK is like a fork of QMK. So it's great because then you could just like, you know, it's modern-ish, and you can do what you need to do with it. I love that. QMK is a fork of oh, I have the other way around. Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Okay, so I actually did that with my WinKey because I didn't know what to do. The WinKey I got before this one. I didn't know what to do about retaining the old firmware on this. So I just flashed that and I was like, okay, I'm happy, like it works. Over time, I evolved to this notion in my head that I want to keep these old firmwares in these old boards because I don't want them to go missing. For one of many reasons. It's like, you know, if I ever, you know, give or sell these boards to somebody else, I want to make sure that they know what they're getting, and having that old original version of it is probably the best thing. The other part of it is at that time, I just didn't know how to program this because it seemed like a bunch of resources were just missing. I was, and this is a board, the WinKey one I first built and worked with, I think in April of 2021. I got this one earlier this year, and we finally did like a more serious build. And I was looking over this past weekend. I worked this, you know, I worked on this board. It still wasn't mapped how I wanted it to be mapped, but I didn't want to flash like a more modern firmware in it because, again, I didn't want to like preserve it, or like, you know, I wanted to preserve it. I didn't want to lose anything. I actually found the software you need to remap this board, like the actual OG software for the KMAC Happy. So I used it, and I was like, holy shit, like it worked. It actually worked. But there was a problem. You can usually dump the flash. Okay, that's helpful to know. But there was a problem when I actually did it and got it to work, which is that like, I don't know how to word this correctly. It just didn't work the way that like a keyboard I use today works. It didn't work how I expected it to work. So very specifically, I'll just point this out. With HHKB boards, the way that I like to use them, the way that like the actual Pro HHKB, works, is that you have a function layer, right? So I hold down this function key, and to access anything on the second layer, say for example, navigation keys like this arrow cluster or home, end, page up, page down, you access them through this function key, right? And I know what they are, so it's great. The problem was in using them, it wasn't exactly the same as a normal HHKB or any keyboard that I've mapped with VIA. That's like a more modern board. What ends up happening is, for example, maybe I'll go in reverse order. What I expect to happen is I hold down function, and then I start, say for example, pressing the right arrow key, which is the apostrophe. And so like I might press that. I might hold it, for example, and then I let go. And I just expect that everything will be fine. What would sometimes happen when I reflash the KMAC firmware on this, or like with a new map, with a new key map, is that I'll do this, and then sometimes I'll let go, and I look at my screen, and there's an apostrophe there. And then I'll do that with the left arrow, which is a semicolon. I do the same thing, let go, there's a semicolon there. So what is happening? What ends up happening is that like you can hold both, and if you go out of order and you actually, like, even if it's a quick split second, let go of the function key first. What happened with the KMAC firmware was it would actually switch over to the first layer and not keep you on the second layer despite you having held it down. And this was just like, I mean, there really was no other option on the KMAC software. Now I'm sure that this could probably be fixed outside of the software, something about how you would program this, but this whole thing did get addressed with the TMK version of this. But and like with VIA, for example, like just any other board or a normal HHKB, the idea is that like even if you let go, like if you're holding down like left arrow or any of the arrow keys and you let go of the function key, and you keep your finger on here, it'll keep this as a left arrow. As soon as you let go, that's when it's like. So I don't think it's a debounce issue, or like I don't look at it like it's a debounce issue. It's literally like the logic that goes behind it. Like VIA will do this. Like I reflashed this to have TMK because I just couldn't stand it anymore. Let me see. I can show this. I should have done this. I should have not done this. I did this today. I basically reflash this. The idea is that like here I am. So now this is like quote unquote fixed. The idea is like I'm a hold down function, and then I'm a hold down the semicolon key, and you can see there that it's the left arrow. You can see that, right? But what would happen is like what happens now is that if I let go the function key, I'm still on left arrow until I let go. But when I use the KMAC firmware, as soon as I let go of the function key, like you would see the semicolon highlight with my finger still on it. And I don't look at that like that's not a debounce issue, I don't think, unless you guys call that a debounce issue. But yeah, it is the way that the layers are implemented in the original KMAC firmware. But it's a weird implementation, and I hated it. I couldn't stand it. Yeah. So, But it is the layer implementation. It's bad. It's not good. So that's the whole story about the KMAC. I don't know what the name of this is, how you would differentiate this in terms of just like, you know, what you label these things, what you title these things. But I don't know. I think that this could be a moderately interesting thing worth talking about. That actually looks like the definition of debounce when Googling it. Debounce definition. To remove the small ripple of current that forms when a mechanical switch is pushed in an electric circuit and makes a series of short contacts. I don't know. I don't know. I don't personally see the connection of that, but maybe my brain's too small. I googled what is debounce. I apologize. I see. Anyways, you guys find that interesting? I found that interesting, and also I hated it, but was interesting. And that's my KMAC Happy discussion for today. All right. So, that wasn't really a chore, but that did take a bit. Okay, here's the next task. We got all these Tai Hao sets. Two of them are white on black, and the other ones are vintage white gray. And I have no idea how to identify which one's which. There's like, you have to open it to find out. Which sucks. It's like kind of stupid. My thing is, if it were up to me, I would like to keep one of the vintage white grays in the original packaging. So it's like my first one, I'm good. Because I'll need to open at least one of the white grays. So I'm just going to choose this one. Maybe they have a SKU number or something on the box. Oh, you were right. Yeah, there is a barcode. You're right. This one has WH and this one has BK, so I can only assume that means white and black. Okay, so I just opened a white one. Let's make sure. Hey, good thinking. Bro J Simpson, appreciate that. What the H? Why is this so like this? Oh my god. This tab right here is like too locked in. And I don't want to like tear it. Alright, let's slip. I have a butter knife right here. Jesus, this is stupid. The packaging is so good. Can't even... Yeah, seriously. Oh my god, this is really dumb. Okay. Good lord. Alright. So, moment of truth. Oh. Interesting. These are a lot more square than I expected them to be. I thought these were going to be like curved OEM. But these are like square OEM. Yeah, there is a big ass sensor. Okay, so here's my problem with this. Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Oh, this doesn't actually have a problem. Guys, I was so worried. The mock-ups, the mock-up design, they didn't even have renders. The mock-up design had this as mod colored. And I was like, if this is mod colored, I'm gonna sell this. because I don't want it. Like, I don't want this whole set if this key was mod colored, and it's not. So I am down for this 100%. Oh yeah. Also, by the way, yes, RGB RGB alpha colors on the mods. Yes. The legends I'm not a big fan of. The legends look kind of like goofy, but you know what? It's usable. Is it the correct row? Yeah, this is a top. What the fuck did I do with it? This is a top row keycap. That's pretty tall to me. It matches, say for example, oh, they actually have F13. They have an F13 key in Alps. Very slick. A plus work, Tai Hao. Now, it's not actually A+ work. I'll tell you why it's not A+ work. Oh, they included a gift. They included some, they included some extra random, I guess 1.25 unit Alps keys that are like rounded instead of square at the edges. Now here's the problem. This is the problem that a lot of people have. So I'm glad that this guy right here is not a problem, but the real problem is the 7U spacebar. It is in fact a 7U spacebar, but if you guys look closely, these are not the normal 7U cherry mounts. So the idea is that like you like the cherry mounts for stabilizers on Alps keycaps because that allows you to use like TX stabilizers or Durox stabilizers. But the problem with this is that like you can't use this with anything but CoStar because these aren't positioned in the right place. They're actually supposed to be, I believe, 2 millimeters left and right of these. So that's super fucked up. But you can use CoStar, but why would you do that when I can just throw this away? So the idea that I have, CoStar MX still way better than Alps stabilizers. True. The idea that I have is, can I find an MX spacebar that matches this color? Because if so, my remediation for this is that, actually there's two possible remediations. One is that I could, and depending on what board or what PCB I use this in, if I have MX/Alps compatibility on the same PCB, I could instead on the plate make an MX cutout and then put an MX switch there and then use an MX spacebar on there. I just need to color match this. When I throw this away. The other option is you can retain an Alps cutout and use an Alps switch. And I do have those Alps sliders and housings that have the MX stem in it. I still have a bunch of them. I have actually like 2 sets worth, but the problem with those sliders is they don't feel as good like as Alps. So it's just like you're doing that just for the vanity of Alps, but you're not really getting the vanity of Alps because of you're not even using an Alps keycap. It doesn't even feel as good. Like it's not the same. But that's the option I've been using on a couple of my other boards that have had this issue. I think Matthias has the same exact problem of the MX stabilizers stems being too pushed in. Signature Plastics DCS Alpine Winter also had this problem, but they did seem to fix it in Yuri, which they ran on drop about 3 years ago, and it does still work here, I believe, on 9009, which is what we threw onto the tofu that we built on Sunday morning. So, all right, let me catch up on these messages. Okay, when there's big ass enter, I think sometimes pipe is on a split left shift. Ah, so that's kind of like the ISO look, but this is like the American big ass enter, which is I don't know where they put it really. So yeah, let's work to color match this right now. Yeah, no, I legitimately thought that I was gonna like throw this away, or like not throw this away, sell this key set. Like I had 2 of these white ones, and I was gonna, like, I was seriously considering selling this to someone who it would be more appropriate to use this, say for example on a TKL, because this mod thing was just, that was kind of a deal breaker to me. Yeah, this is a big ass sensor here. Right there. Boom. So now we only have the 7U problem, which we have some workarounds for. But I want to find out if we could color match this. So be right back. I gotta find something. Someone said TKL, my spidey senses are tingling. I could have used that mod pipe key. No, what I was saying was, no, actually I don't have that. This would be more appropriate to someone who doesn't use top row pipe key, like for split backspace, because they wouldn't use it, and it's the problem I have, and those users would probably be like TKL users. That's all I was trying to say. Okay, so I have some signature plastics, like these swatches. Is that all I have? So this is like a little tiny bit darker than just like plain white. It's not really white. It is beige-ish. This is like too dark, I think. So none of these really a great match, I don't think. Let's try this WFK. Yeah, not perfect. None of these are really perfect. None of these are really close. Not gonna lie. All right. So I think that, how close is this to just this right here? Not really even close to like this, the standard beige. It's almost just like a little different from everything else, unfortunately. I guess there is kind of like a third-ish option, which is to Dremel this off and then try to reposition it at the normal 57mm spacing. But I don't have a Dremel. So, remains to be seen. I need to find out what would match very well with this sort of color and see if I could replace it, say, with an SP spacebar, with maybe a Dama key spacebar. I don't know. I don't know yet. But these that I have in front of me, not necessarily it, unfortunately. It's more promising with black, because black is just black. Obviously, there can be like slight differences in blacks, like shades of black, but I care much less as long as it just kind of looks black to me. Do I have white beige-ish GMK sets that you can compare with? You know, that's a really good question. I don't actually know if I have that. Let me take a look. I have one coming in. I do have one coming in hopefully soon. I actually did just pick something up. But on me, do I have a GMK beige? I don't know. Give me 1 second while I try to figure that out. Wow, have I really never owned a GMK beige before today? Yeah, I think I only have CRP and BSP and now DCS. That's nuts. Did not know that about myself. Wow. I have a few other GMK sets that I can kind of compare. Yeah, no, this one right here is CRP. I could check GeekArc, I suppose. Yeah, I'll check GeekArc. I don't know, it kind of matches. Like I think it's less terrible than this. Tai Hao sells 7U spacebars. I assume they're MX, so they might have the correct stem locations. Ooh, I hear what you're saying, but I still fear. Like, they might. You know, but they might also still expect, you know, knowing they're like, you know, producers of these OEM style keycaps, they might still have this type of spacing. That's what I worry about. But I have seen the Tai Hao shop before, and I am interested. I actually have always been interested in getting a singular white on black short right shift in MX to use with my Infinity keyboard. Because I had this old, super old Tai Hao Alps white on black set that had like almost none of this good compatibility. If GeekArc works, let me know if you need an extra 7U. Let me see. It might, the shade might still be a little off-ish, but it seems a little bit better. I ordered like 10 when 9009 ran. Oh, wait. Did they just sell 7U spacebars by themselves? And is that something that they just don't typically do? No, you had to ask. Ah, I see. Got it. Oh, good idea. Wow. Yeah, like in this case, would like, you know, maybe 3 of them. But maybe I should just ask the guy. I want to say that it's the best so far, but it's not the most perfect. Like it's not perfect. It's one of the better ones so far though. So I'll continue investigating. I think I've heard that Damaki sells just like spare 7Us in beige, and then they also make a disclaimer that it doesn't 100% match like GMK or OG Cherry, but they still say like, hey, if you're okay with it. So I'll dig around, I'll poke around and find out separately. Okay, cool. All right, well there's that, and I'm happy-ish. I'm happy-ish with what I see here. let's take a look. I also want to continue taking a look at this. It looks like I don't think they included full touch control here, but let's see what they did. It looks like this is a short right shift, which is good. They included that 1.5 unit backspace, primo. Lower or like the bottom row function, that top row pipe key in alpha colored. Ooh, nice. So I got a Tai Hao keycap, but unfortunately it's like alpha colored. We got arrow keys. I mean, it all looks pretty good to me. Like, I'll just run caps lock. I don't care that much. Like, the whole purpose of this is that it's supposed to be kind of cheap-ish, but it's just got to look right enough, in my opinion. And so I'm good. I'm happy with it. I guess so then, in that case, while I'm here, what I'll do is we'll investigate one of the white on black sets, which should hopefully be totally fine. Okay, so this is the other white, according to that SKU. Oh. Dude. You know what's crazy? I find this so crazy. They include this piece of paper that tells you what keys are included. And wait. Oh, never mind. Maybe this is not that crazy. Because this didn't come from Tai Hao. This actually came from this box right here. I was like, holy shit. I've seen this before. But no, it just came from this box. I forgot to put it in. Alright. Let's open up. Hold up. Real quick. I was like, what the fuck? Is everyone just doing this now with the paper? I need to put this guy over. Okay, so this should be the black set. And we'll be able to see that it's just black. So, good lord, this thing. Utterly unbelievable how tight they made this. I'm gonna go grab, for example, yeah, it's just white on black. Can't be mad at this. I love the square edges though. Big fan. Cause I think previously, and I can grab it. I'll grab a couple boards just to show y'all. Yep, there's that top row looking real good. Okay, I have a couple boards to grab. Be right back. around it. So real quick, this right here was a keyboard run by Drop. This is the first time that I had ever seen Alps and MX compatibility on the same PCB. You could see the traces look really, really ridiculous here. I don't know how well you can see, but they're like, they run like diagonals. I don't know, it's crazy. Anyways, the other thing too is that it's like, it's a bent plate case. Anyways, this was the old Alps Tai Hao set, but it didn't come with a short right shift. And if we take a look at what we've got here, auto routed. Oh. So pretty much the same legends, but these have square edges, whereas these guys are all like rounded. So that's the first thing I wanted to show off. I kind of want a cheap Tai Hao set. The funny thing is that I don't think these are very cheap, unfortunately. Like MX Tai Hao, I think is or was very cheap, but these Alps ones are not. They're not that cheap, unfortunately. Okay. So the next things I need to show. I don't know if Brojay's still out there, but Brojay won the budget build during the subathon, and I had mentioned then, and I mentioned to him too, that the spacebar might change. So we previously ran a Domaki spacebar right here. I have swapped this out to a Signature Plastics one. I threw the Domaki one in here. This is a Blade 60 board that we did in linearized black Alps, and this is where I put the Domaki spacebar. And I don't know if I'm crazy, but I think that kind of moderately fixed a little bit of rattle on this board, which is kind of why I kind of want to make this trade. To be honest, I just wanted to see how each would perform. And then this one doesn't have any sort of degradation here. No clue what the explanation fully there is, but anyways, it's all just black. Like, I mean, there again, I recognize there's different shades of black, but it's just, at the end of the day, it's black, so all of these are pretty much gonna just match. So there you have it. Brought all this out to show just real quick. And it just about does it. I'm happy with what we've explored when we've unboxed these Tai Hao keycaps. Very cool. A+, if you ask me. Alright, let me tidy up, and I think we'll just move on to the next. I'm still debating if I even want to continue with these. They're not even keyboard drawers. Like, I mean, this was just like an unboxing. Is that a keyboard drawer? Whoa. Is that Andy?
It's
oh,
Andy.
That's Alex.
Andy. This is Andy.
Oh.
I've breached EAs many times, and I need to be canceled.
I thought you were Andy for a second.
This is Andrew Park.
Yo, yo, I'm on stream right now, dude.
Parking lot. Hi, baby.
Parking
All right,
lot?
peace. Yeah.
Okay, I'm supposed to be, so I'm like almost 3 hours into stream, and I've been doing all these like keyboard tasks. Not chores, but tasks. I was supposed to scan a bunch of film. I have at least 3 more chores, one of which I don't really want to do. Actually, maybe 2 chores. Should I do it? Oh, Alex is already gone. That was Alex, by the way. That was not Andy. What the H? Okay, so here's this guy. What did I do with this? Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is the rest of this, and then again, we're going to see the same things, but really straightforward because it's just white on black, but I haven't checked the bottom yet. Looks like they added, oh, are these different colors? I think these might be different colors, but here's the 7U, which is going to have the same problem, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we're done with Tai Hao. I bought 2 white on black and then 2 beige sets. Okay. So, fuck it. Let's just do the last chore. Hopefully it won't take that long. Alright, here's the tiny loop station from Prevail, the Monstar Gear station. I have had these guys, all of these spare parts here. From the Compaq MX11800 switches, the brown switches. They've just been sitting here on my desk since I guess Saturday. After I went and harvested all of the jumper wires from each one of these. I just also figured that while these parts are already out sitting here open, which, you know, technically I shouldn't, and it might be all this dust flying in, whatever. Why not have this be the next set of switches I tune, but I still haven't actually started. So I believe there's 101 switches in here. Maybe 100, because one of them is this gray that I just have sitting off to the side. Tactile gray. Why not just take 60 of them and then just throw them down here, but I want to lube the bottoms. I like lubing my switch bottoms. So let's do that. And then what I want to do after that is reassemble the remaining 40 so they're not just like parts sitting around. And then if there's any sort of badness or whatever in any of these switches, which, you know, there could very likely be because it is a little bit older. Maybe not as old as those the Nixie switches, but somewhat old. And then we don't even need to do the rails because they're brown switches. Ayo, question, has anyone here tried donut dipping springs with XHT BDZ? I can't tell if it's a good or bad idea. I have not. That sounds interesting. Okay, I guess my question for you guys is, do you guys have success with like donut dipping? I know that's a thing that people do. And I guess people must have success with it if people do it. I don't think it would donut. I have vaguely tried just like solely donut dipping. And I still felt like I could reproduce a pinging noise even when doing it. So like for me, I kind of flood-ish my springs. For how thick it is, probably just better to bag or tub lube. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I got one to donut, and I have a couple of sets of donut dipped springs with success. Alright. I mean, I'm a big anti-tub and bag lube. I'm a big 1x1 brush lube spring guy. And much to the chagrin of all Hex and others here. Grotesque. This right here, but I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. Okay, McJizzle. See, we're on. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's always put me off. It seems like something. I don't know. A high-pitched voiced Neanderthal would do. I feel like the time saved bag lubing and then untangling after dealing with the oil all over my hands is null and void just to just donut dip each side while assembling the switch. That's just me though. I've heard people have that complaint, but I wouldn't know. I've never bag lubed. Are you hands? Wait, so all Hex, are you meticulously separating all your bundled up springs with like 2 sets of tweezers or something? Because I've heard this complaint from other people. I leave them in the bag. Oh, I see. And then you kind of just do this thing with the bag, like... I see. Shaking them up or will loosen them up. You know what I want to do? So these are like, you know, people call these vintage brown switches. I've done, up to this point, I've done those worked in brown switches where I've lubed just the rails. The ones from R&D KVD. I've done like early 2010s brown switches with just the rails. And then I'm doing these. And then I also have Corsa switches. And I also have pewter switches. The pewter switches are in a K right now. After all of those, I do have some Hyperglide browns that are not worked in. And so I think, like, all these light tactiles, I'm probably just going to do all these rails. But at some point, there is something I want to do, which is to get like another batch of, say, like Hyperglide browns and then lube the legs. Because everyone always tells you not to do it. And I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, I still want to try it. Like, because everyone tells each other to not do it, has anyone actually tried it? Like in a full board? You can lube the legs, it doesn't kill tactility. That's what I was thinking. That is actually what I was thinking. Like, it can't possibly kill it, or kill it that badly at least. Lubing the legs is fine. You basically need to bust a nut on each leg to kill it. Okay. Alright, so I'll do that, I think, on a second or third batch of brown switches. I also want to do it on, like, I guess heavy tactiles too, like not these brown style light tactiles, but a heavy one. I just want to see how all these compare. My clears have 206 all around them. Yeah, but what about browns? Specifically browns where like the bump isn't as pronounced. Have you ever done those? All hex or Synvec? Yeah? Okay. Click jackets are 100% killed by lube. That's right, that's right. And I have MX white switches that also basically kill that as well. But I'd like to, you know, I think that's also another fun exercise too, is to like actually go through and lube click jacket switches. Like maybe more so than whatever they've done to the cherry white switches. Key Circle, what's going on? Welcome. I am alive. Brogy Simpson just hit two for me over here. Oh, I see. East Coast. Okay. Head to bed. Brogy Simpson, thanks so much for being here. Thank you again for being here, and thank you everybody for joining. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good, Key Circle. Hold up, I have had some success with the BDZ. The one with BDZ on both ends of the spring has a bit of a deeper tone to it than the dry spring. Ah. Different sound? Tried lubing blues to see if I could do it and still have it still click. Oh yeah, I very much doubt you could literally put any lube and then have it still click. Minimal but noticeable. Is BDZ that good? A lot of people like BDZ for stabilizers, which I think works really well. But people really only ever experiment with it on anything that isn't a stabilizer, as McJizzle is doing here. All right. After I lube all these switch bottoms, I'm gonna assemble the remaining browns. And I think we're just gonna avoid fixing this KMAC Happy for now. I'll just do it another time. If the C thing gets really bad, which it kind of was today when I was working, but if it's really bad, I'm just gonna swap this out of rotation and then just fix it another time. Fixing keyboards is often how I bring them back into rotation if I'm not doing an entire build, so. I'm on the fence, people saying BDZ on wire is better than using 205 grade 0. It's so thick. It's so thick that, like, I don't know, it seems to be good. I've only really had better success with it than I have with 205 grade 0. And the thing is, like, there's no issue, like, in my mind of, like, injecting 205 or 206, 205 grade 0 or 206 grade 2 after the fact if there's still some sort of residual rattle. I mean, I find it fine. Like, I think one of the issues people have with, like, the Krytox GPL greases is that, like, they might separate over time. But I don't know. I mean, it's like, part of me is like, do what you need to do. The point is to get rid of the sound, right? And if you can do that whatever way you need to do, where, like, you know, even sometimes I'm mixing 205 or 206 with BDZ, like, just by sort of plugging it up after, I think it's good, you know? Nothing wrong with it. GPL makes less of a mess on the PCB over time, in my experience. Oh, 100%. That's, I think, the actual difference. It's like the Krytox greases like 205 and 206. They're really good for that purpose of not making as bad of a mess. I think there are like dielectric greases that are terrible because like they just kind of take in so much dust somehow. BDZ meanwhile is like it gets everywhere. Yeah. So like they all have their pros and cons for sure. For sure. Yeah, dielectric grease. I mean, it's cheap, it's effective, but I think something that people have issue with is just like it just like soaks in dust. It's kind of like weird and gross looking, but it works. .205 separates, but it is clean. BDZ works extremely well, but it's super messy. Yeah, like I use like a little microfiber to sort of clean off BDZ from like my hands and my space and everything. But then like trying to clean that same microfiber, like get it back to a clean state so I can use it for next time is like really challenging. Oops. Ah, yes. The soothing sounds of San Francisco. The perfect white noise. Couldn't hear a thing? Ah, yes. Music to my ears. It's like I hear like a fire alarm or something going off. I don't know what that is. And does it wake you up at night? Actually, no. It really doesn't. But that's also possibly because I sleep super late. I used to live in South San Francisco, which is really, really, really close to the airport, the San Francisco airport, and yeah, you'd hear planes, and I think that one used to wake me up right when I moved there, but I got used to it actually. And then I'd have people come over who would be like, how can you stand this? And it's like, I don't know, I guess I just got used to it. You've trained yourself to sleep in all environments? Kind of. Sound environments, kind of, mostly, but still sometimes things can be kind of annoying. It's sometimes hard to sleep to, like, for example, like super super loud music or TV or snoring. Like if it's super 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 loud, then I'll have trouble. But and maybe it's just because I'm not used to those sounds necessarily. But I got used to planes. I got used to San Francisco sounds if I am sleeping through them. Next level sleep during a football game. Oh. I remember as a kid I've slept through like movies. like watching movies in theaters. I slept through, what did I sleep through? Space Jam when I was like 6 years old. I slept through, I think I might have slept through like Jurassic Park or something. Have you always lived in San Francisco? I have been in San Francisco 4 years now. Almost, wow. Yeah, almost 4 years now. I saw it, dude. Technics, what's going on? Welcome. For those who missed it a little bit earlier, we opened a package. I received another. How do I put this? I was supposed to have a third sponsor for my subathon last weekend, and the problem was that like the items actually didn't get here till after, so that's why it remained the two sponsors between Gaia Fieri and the All Hex special surprise artisans. But the third sponsorship, the package with the goodies from the third sponsor came in, and we unboxed that a little bit earlier today on this stream. So for those who didn't catch it, after we finish up, I gotta ring Andy back in, but we are gonna be giving away this Warugaki Slam Dunk tote bag. So we'll do that after we finish up lubing all this and before I switch over to doing photos. But another thing we ran one of these giveaways a little bit earlier, but we're gonna run another one later. We also got the Kawaii Drake stickers of Kawaii Drake here. The Kawaii Drake emote, now in sticker form. So we'll run another giveaway for one of these at the end of stream after all the photos. Also, if anybody, so part of the sponsor was that the sponsorship is that I was supposed to send all of these out with winners of the prizes during the subathon. So I will still do that, but I'll also give away these stickers separately too, in these separate giveaways. Whoa, PC, I like that. I like that. Currently removing lube from old stabilizers and hating life. How's my night going? Pretty good. We're just running through some of these chores, which I anticipated to take about 3-ish hours. So we're a little over, but I'm perfectly okay with that. My goal usually for non-big event streams like my subathon over the weekend, my goal is usually to stay under 6 hours. And my reasoning for that is, I say this on stream sometimes, but the reasoning for that is my VODs can be exported to YouTube, but YouTube doesn't allow you to use their like web editor if your video is longer than 6 hours. So I try to keep these all under 6 hours so I don't have to like export this and edit it, you know, on an actual machine. So with the remaining 2.5 hours or so before that mark is the amount of time that I'll have to run these film photo scans. I have 8 rolls. There's a chance I might only get through 7 tops. I don't know. I just gotta figure out. I either have 7 or 8 rolls to do, and I have 2.5 hours to do them. I don't know if I can even get to even 7. We'll see how much I talk. He's like, hey man, I'm gonna get some sleep. I'll be lurking though. Have a good stream, bro. Thanks so much for dropping by. I appreciate it as always. I've heard that the YouTube editor is pretty scuffed. It's not the best, but like it usually works for how I need it to work. Yeah. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, the one big problem is that if it's over 6 hours, you can't use it. The other problem is that you can't both, like, how do I put this? In a single video, there's a bunch of features in the editor that like are useful, but like you can't use certain combinations of features. Like you can't both trim a video and blur a video at the same time with the editor. It's kind of ridiculous. If you're asking me if I get it, I don't. They also took out a feature where you can like save your video as a new video, saying that like people didn't actually like that, or like people weren't really using it, but I most definitely was for the purpose of VODs, but they took that out. Sucks. Is 177 for developing and scanning 6 rolls of 120 film worth it? Ooh, I would say big no. Personally, I would say big no. But that's because I develop my own film. You're big, I'm guessing it sounds like you're a big shooter too. I develop my own film at home, and that's a lot, man. That's like $30. So let me get this straight. That's not including the price of the film itself, right? That's like pricey, man. I'm still learning a lot. Okay. What is that? Like $29.50 a roll? Not including film price. That's a big oof for me. I develop my own film, which has its own like overhead, like startup costs for sure. But like, how do I put it? 6 rolls of 120, like the cost of doing that, just chemical wise, if you're not looking at the overhead, chemical wise, that's like, if you do it yourself and can trust yourself to do it. Yeah, that's like 6 rolls is not $180. 6 rolls is more like like $5. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, basically I have to find a different spot to develop. Yeah, it's pricey. I mean, how do I put this? Like, it depends on the trust you have, I think. One issue that I personally have, and I've been talking about YouTube video ideas, things that I would like to sort of talk about is, talking about film scans, film development and film scans, and really just not one of the many millions of tutorials that already exist for like color negatives, but more specifically, okay, I'll stop at 65. This is 65. I'll stop here. One of the issues I have is that like there are certain film stocks where when I personally go and develop them, the negatives come out super crazy high contrast, and then when you bring them in to like Lightroom for inversions, or bring them into whatever for inversions after you scan them, like it really, like it seems to be the case that it just, software doesn't know what to do to invert it in a way that it looks right, because the cast of the film and the contrast of the film just like is not really recognizable. And that's I don't know what to say, if that's like it seems to be a me problem, but it's just very certain film stocks like just come out like this. But I did come up with something of a workaround if I'm doing digital scans. which is on the negatives, why not just pull the contrast down if it's too high contrast? I don't know why I never did this before. I don't know why it took me like 5 years to figure this out. Just bring down the contrast of my negatives, and that kind of solves everything. But like, I think for like, if you were to run darkroom prints, like analog prints, that doesn't really get resolved, which I've never tried before. I'm actually quite interested in doing it. I've been looking into it and getting more interested, but I need to figure out a situation or a setup to be able to do it. All right, so what I'm doing is I have 65 set up here, but way more that I've harvested, so I'm just reassembling all the ones that I'm not going to use. Yeah, then we'll be good. That'll be the end of this task, and then we could run that bag giveaway. Let me ping Andy. All right. I also just want to announce this. I want to make a quick announcement, which... Oh. Interesting situation we got here, given the demographic of the current chat right now. I'm looking to figure out what some good perks are for subscribers. And I sporadically, really randomly just ping everybody on my Discord whenever I'm running a giveaway. But I think that should probably be reserved for subscribers. Subscribers get pinged when I'm running a giveaway. And I realize how interesting of an announcement this is as I speak it right now, because I realize that not everyone who's in chat right now might be subscribed. Makes sense to me. Yeah, I guess that's the little perk, right? Like, supporting the channel, you get supported too. But yeah, okay, just going back to that conversation while I still have all these switches to put together. Yeah, I get like enough chemistry for, essentially it's like I pay $65 for enough chemicals to develop about 40-ish rolls, 35 to 40 rolls. So if you just have all the correct equipment, I mean, like 65 is what it should cost to develop 35 to 40 rolls. So when I hear 177 for 6 rolls, I don't know. I wince a little. Like, ooh, that's pricey, man. They're making money. And I get it. Like, if you're sending it off to like a bigger lab, a big trustworthy lab, it's like they got to pay the bills. They got to pay staff. They got to pay to keep the lights on. But that's costly, man. And I mean, I've heard of some places like costing that much, like $30 a roll of 35, which is also crazy. But again, you know, I develop my own film. I come across my own problems, like my weird inability to not develop Portra 400 without crazy contrast. At least 35 you get more shots, yeah. I come across my own problems of just like blunders I might make for whatever reason. Like, for example, I don't know, sometimes very occasionally I'll get a light leak during development. Like, I'm just like I'm sloppy. Sometimes I'm sloppy, and sometimes like the lid falls open and I'm like, oh shit, I scream and then I try to close it real fast. It's like working your own car. If you could do it successfully, it sounds like you can save a good chunk. Otherwise, yeah, 100%. Like, I don't know shit about cars, so like, I overpay. And like, it's not like I can even work on a car anywhere in San Francisco myself, even if I knew, because it's like you don't have garage space. Like I have a garage space, but you literally don't have space to maneuver in the garage. So yeah, pay to play, 100%. And I'm not gonna act like, you know, my place is like the cleanest place in the universe. It's like, yeah, a lot of it had to have been like dedicated to like the overhead costs and just like literally physical equipment space for developing film. And if I want to start doing darkroom prints myself, then it's like, yeah, I'll also need to dedicate space for that as well. So much garage space in San Francisco. Oh, so much. I love cars, love working on my own, and work at a dealer, so I see a bit of all of it. I see. Okay. Almost done. I wonder if Andy's still awake. Andy sometimes like knocks out like crazy. I also used to be way more into photography, but you film dudes are built different in mad respect. Seems like such a more personal way to be into the hobby. It's true. It's true. There's a social media culture around film that I am kind of getting more and more disturbed by every day. Not gonna lie. With each passing day, I get more disturbed by it. But I still personally partake in it in terms of like film photography itself. Now the culture, I shy away from it a little more every day, but because truthfully, I think truthfully, and again, I say this knowingly that I do it, but Film photography is kind of just photography with more steps. It really is, like, at the end of the day. But I mean, I guess it's the same way that like a really, really, really nice custom keyboard is a regular keyboard with a lot more steps. Yeah, yeah, I mean, just that was exactly it. Yeah, yeah. All right. There we go. All right, let's stack all this up. Okay, so we did what we needed to do here. That took like 30 minutes. All right. I'm gonna tidy up, and I think it's about time for the big marbles race. The big boy one. What was I gonna do with all this? Tidying up. Alright, I'm gonna move this off to the side here. It's gotten a little chilly. The closer I get to that window. Okay. So. Alright, I did what I could. I pinged Andy. He's not here. Let's go overhead. I'm going to shut this off because we're going to need to change this out soon anyways. Soon enough. And I'm going to get this machine on here. Boy, there's a big mess in here. I'm going to continue tidying up while we still have the opportunity to. And while I'm still waiting to see if there's a small chance Andy will still join. Also, I'm kind of hungry. Are you guys hungry? I have gotten kind of hungry. I ate around 7:30. Yes, I'm hungry. Hey, Giorno Giovanna, welcome. Welcome back. Random question, have you ever been to Japan? I have. 2017. The winter of 2017. Perfectly in time for a wardrobe that covered up all my tattoos. I was gonna make popcorn. Ooh. You ever get around to watching that vid? I did, actually. I did watch that. That was cool. Like that custom board. That was pretty cool. Every stream with the hungry. All right. I'm gonna go wash my hands. And again, I'm still just like stalling to see if Andy will come. But I'm gonna go wash my hands and I'm gonna go grab those Keebler sandwich crackers. They're almost done. Look at that. Okay. Told you, knew you like it. Okay, I'm thinking about going soon. Are there any must-see photo spots you recommend? Honestly, I'm not the best person to ask about that. I think the best photos come from like if you're taking like your camera out and you're shooting photos, like for example on vacation, the best photos are when you're having fun. So like for me, I could tell you like the parts of my trip that I enjoyed, which was largely the arcades. And I don't know, it's just like just walking around Tokyo. I mean, it's like there's always gonna be lights on 24/7. So I recommend taking pictures of everything. If you're just asking for vacation recs, I can only tell you what I've been to in terms of all the things I did and enjoyed. All right. I don't know what Randy is, but guys, we're going to run a giveaway. Andy's company, Watugaki, his brand has sponsored... He sponsored my subathon, but this didn't get here on time. So we're doing this giveaway now. So this is a Watugaki Slam Dunk tote bag. And we're gonna do it. All right. You know the drill. Vote for your favorite map or your favorite number from 1 to 62. Let me ping the subs. All right, bag call is out. Man, I want hot Cheetos. Do I go get them or order 5 bags on Amazon? But what? Why not both? All right. Well, it's high so far. Between 4 and 21. I want to break this tie. All right, cool. Let's just pick one. I'll go with Multi-Lane Madness. Oh, what's the other one look like? Wait, that one's long. Why is this one so long? Yeah, let's go with this one. This one's shorter. Alright guys, welcome to the giveaway. Oh, Carrie, you're here. Carrie, I got him in. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, yeah, we got the Watugaki Slam Dunk tote bag. But Carrie, while you're here, check this out. We're gonna be running some Kawaii. We're gonna run a Kawaii Drake sticker giveaway at the end of stream too. Alrighty. All right, let's do a 3-minute timer. Looking for a new tote for shopping purposes. Oh, sorry, mobile delay. All good, all good. Guys, everybody, welcome. Appreciate having y'all. Oh, hang on a quick second. I didn't even realize I was still on followers only. But I mean, I guess I should stay on followers only right now. Bro, I don't know how you didn't get. I'm a crash. Hey, Jordan Giovanna, thanks so much for being here. Hope you take care. Thanks for dropping by. You did not make those. Hey, we got them. We got the Drake, the Kawhi Drake stickers. My buddy Andy helped sponsor. He was supposed to sponsor the subathon with the tote bag as well as the stickers. Oh my goodness, all hex. Thank you for the tier 1, Giorno Giovanna. Enjoy the 10 best emotes on Twitch and the future pings for when I have giveaways going on live. Make sure you link your Discords, guys. I was gonna do it. Make it sizzle. Dirty Dingo. How good are keyboards? Welcome. Everybody welcome. Big Beat Ken. Who else? Who else joined on in here? I'm brother, welcome back. Tegan, welcome back. Everybody welcome and good luck. Haha. Curveball, welcome. I'm gonna get on this too. If I win, last place finisher just to have the prize. $30 seconds left to join, guys. All right, I'm gonna try to begin setting up here in these last few seconds. Good luck, everybody. Early lead goes to Carrie with the early lead, but looks like PC, Big Beat Ken, Frank, and Kerball leading the way here. Big Beat Ken got a big beat lead. Oh, and then died. Technic TV had a lead, then died. Who's next? Sinvec. Sinvec's got another lead here. It's looking real good for Sinvec. Oh, wait, no. PC load letter. Wait a second. All right, I cannot control this camera very well, but it looks like Frank and How Good Are Keyboards in it right now. Oh, that's interesting. Deeds. Deeds has the ghost here, but his name isn't Deeds anymore. But like his ghost's name is still Deeds. Oh my god, it's like that. All Hex died. How good are key? Oh, PC low letter. PC low letter is taking this lead. Got through the propeller. All right, let me zoom out. Look at this. That looks really phallic. Or ovarian. Oh, it's looking real good right now for PC, I believe. Oh my goodness, breaking away. PC load letter with the win. Oh my goodness, claim. Oh, that's one of the quickest claims I've ever seen. All right, let me punch this in. All right. Slam Dunk Warugaki goes to PC Load Letter. Congratulations, PC Load Letter, on the win. All right. Very cool, very cool. Hope you enjoy. Yes, so just by the way, heads up, Andy plugged Watogaki earlier, the Instagram link there, and they do these drops. So if you guys are interested in this, let's pull that up. Here you go, guys. Here's the link as I plug it in case you guys are interested. They do have a store and they do have these drops, limited drops, and yeah. Let me also punch in their website as well. Check them out and enjoy. And congratulations, PC Load Letter. Okay. Again, as I mentioned, we'll have one more giveaway at the end of stream, which is presumably going to be at the 6-hour mark, because I don't know if I'll be able to finish all these photo scans. I don't think I'll be that fast. We'll have another giveaway here for a Kawaii Drake sticker. One of the collection. Alrighty. Alright, so give me some moments and I'll get set up for these scans. Thanks for playing, everybody. Alright, handy dandy macro lens. We no longer have an over shoulder camera. But it'll be back. I realized that I threw down this work mat and did not use it at all. Okay. If anyone would like to see what it is that I'm doing, I'll go full face. And I guess we could tilt this over just a tad bit. Though I have to get a lot of this junk out of the way. We have, among these 8 rolls, I think 5 of them are 35 millimeter film. 4 of those rolls are concerts, I believe. And the last one is keyboards. And then the remaining 3 rolls are 120. And they're all, I think they're all just different personal photos with actually a celebrity guest. An actual celebrity. You guys may see that soon enough. What's the best way to deal with loose fitting plate mount stabilizers? One tip that I got was from Kiwi. Another Kiwi sighting here, another Kiwi story. He came over once and was helping me work on this build that used plate mount stabilizers. I think the key with when they fit loose is cut small pieces of tape and then use the tape on the plate. when you use the tape on the plate, then it's like it'll like narrow the cutout, and so that way the thing you're trying to shove in, the plate mount stabilizer housing, you know, is it's gonna fit in a little bit better. Does that make sense? I think you put it on the left and right sides, if I recall correctly. Okay. So. Oh shit. Wow, what the H? Alright, we good-ish. We're good-ish. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. Alright. That was a level. My level just flew off. Would Band-Aids work too, or too thick? It's worth a shot. I mean, I don't see why not. I think, like, when he was helping me out with mine, I think we were using, like, gaffer's tape. Which is pretty thick. Getting this level. Trying to at least. I'm an idiot. So that needs to tilt down about 55 hundredths this way. This tilted back. This needs to tilt forward quite a bit. So the idea is, here we have this copy stand where I mount this DSLR, which is what I use to scan. And I'm just trying to make sure that the surface where the film is going to be is leveled on both axes with where the camera is mounted on the copy stand. Oh yeah, sorry about that. This is not a Spotify playlist. This is a YouTube playlist here, which I can try to figure out how to share. I have never shared a YouTube playlist in my life. So bear with me while I figure out. Goat tattoo. Thank you, Base God. Oh, thank you. This is the URL I have. Hopefully that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Goat, I just like this rising. Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a lo-fi, kind of like lo-fi trap playlist / channel. This is what I play like kind of every other-ish stream. when I'm not playing my Spotify playlist of just like other random instrumentals or whatever. Damn, why is this? This is like a lot more finicky now than before. It's tilted backwards 3. And it should be tilted forwards 36. Yeah, come on. Alright, let's just go with that. I feel like this is close enough. Okay. Travis Gruzy, my 7 love after dubstep in middle/high school. Oh, thank you for the redeems. Mr. How Good Are Keyboards? Alright. Let's get the ball rolling here. Alright, gotta close that. Let's quit that. Alrighty. Okay, does this work? There we go. Alright, so this is a photo of Nardo Wick that I took. I was shooting for Golden Voice, Nardo Wick. And I posted this to my Instagram account. It's right here. Follow me on Instagram. Feel free. I have 3 different Instagram accounts. You don't have to follow all of them. But any follows are appreciated. It's all good. Yeah, Nardo Wick. If anyone's unfamiliar with Nardo Wick, he's the guy who made that song and goes like, "What the fuck is that?" You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's power this on. Where am I here? Library. Okay, F. We need to go to F. Tether capture. F1. Okay. Alright, this is a little funny. Why is this set up like this? I hope I'm not bracketed. Alright, I'm going to power this off, power it on again. That is kind of weird. Why were these my settings from before? Don't have a great explanation of that. What have I been running recently? These scans were f7.1 160. Okay, there we go. That's good. Alrighty.